What's up, you guys? We're bringing out this first pools action of this Melty Lumina bracket, and we were just talking a little bit last night. I got myself to introduce myself to you, and I'm fairly excited for what the bracket is looking like for today. I'm hoping you guys are excited as well. We're off to a lot of momentum leading through the season, coming from Combo Breaker up to CEO.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of competitors on the screen queuing up so far. I believe it is Xeonis versus Destinite.
Yes, that's correct. All right, so we see Vlav and Arcwood already. A lot of people will have feelings about the character on the right, the guy who has fire and ice, icy hot. They're like, man, he's good for my my body pains, but not when I'm playing him on screen.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. And you know, if you guys aren't ingratiated with the game, you know, basically he's icy hot because, you know, from round to round, you know, if he takes over the round, he changes over from his regular fire state. I think you guys are going to see over to an ice state, more enhanced projectiles, better damage, better floor carpets. And if you guys haven't seen Melty Blood in general, you are in for a treat right over here. One of them is coming over, you know, from good old Mexico, Central America. Xeonis is.
Ooh, wake up 5B from Xeonis.
That's very.
No, they're probably input error. Tries to take the turn, gets hit by 5C. Full confirm incoming.
All right. Bounces off of there, goes for the backwards air control, goes for the air grab. Ooh, hits the 5C charge all the way through.
Oh, gets hit by a raw 2C on wake up. Doesn't get the confirm. Falling jump C. All right, Destinite is gonna. This full jump shield's terrifying.
Oh, hey, gets hit with that last hit of the record over there. I know this kind of like, you know, a pseudo like overhead like low kind of mix that comes from there, but doesn't even get the follow up. Ooh, try to get the 2-2C follow up, but was able to air control out of it. All right. Bar's back with the pressure.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of early in the morning. You know, some people were gaming.
Yeah.
Immediate show counter, no tech. Wake up, DP, EX, DP. It's my turn.
Onto the moon drive early where Scott gets the follow-up. And that's a peculiar thing like you'll see players do. They're depending on their use of like moon gauge and when they want to pop their moon drive. Kind of tricky in that setting.
Yeah.
Definitely, I see some players, you can get it indicative of what they like to do defensively or offensively when they use it. Oh, hits the actual moon skill off of that.
Oh, no confirm otherwise. You can see, gets hit by the up fireball, 2 hits. Not respecting the stomp. That is a low. You got to block low for that.
Doesn't get the follow-up. Usually, I see Vlav players go for the follow-up jump charge C off of that, but didn't get it. Oh, that actually stuffed the air super. Wow.
That air super is not invincible, so as long as you overlap it with something, you can hit him out of it. All right, this looking pretty close. Air super barely hits at the last part.
Destinite takes that first game off of there. 2-round straight up.
All right. Yes, it's 2. Come on.
You got it.
It's 2. It's 2 out of 3.
Yep.
I know it's 10 a.m., but come on. I swear, fighting game players cannot count. They're just,
buddy.
They're just like, whether it be 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.
I feel like he's talking to me when he looks at me.
I know. He's just like, what am I supposed to do there, man? And my advice would be hit your combos.
We're at hashtag CEO 2022. It's 10 a.m. from here. 10 a.m. EST up in Daytona Beach, Florida. Thank you guys for joining us as we're going into the second game here. It's our first match on stream. Thank you guys for coming out. We got Xeonis looking a little bit behind on the stick. Destinite's taking it with the blob pick. Okay.
Oh. Hey, immediate BC after shield, taking his turn back. Air throw ender.
Common BC, air throw ender. But goes with the immediate, goes with the B option over there. Ooh. Pseudo Dragon Ball Fighters managed to teleport backwards in order to hit it, but he shields the follow-up. Ooh, again.
Oh, we're just shielding out here.
Definitely wars.
Oh, all right. Destinite gets, tries to go for an overhead, gets DP'd. Hey. Just mashing that sweep on wake up, getting a full confirm.
Wake up 5B into
right.
the counter hit. Mistimes the unblockable right over there, unfortunately so. And jumps out of it.
Hey, nice. Good confirm. Cleans it up. So that is round 1 Destinite on match point.
Definitely so. And I definitely think like it's just a little bit more consistent confirms and not getting hit as much. Definitely Xeonis hasn't had the far to point to kind of insinuate his damage. But he has his opponent in Destinite having a couple of slip-ups, which I think is just inviting him to take unnecessary damage.
Yep.
That's rather unfortunate.
Hey, just raw 3C.
Raw 3C. He just smoked him in the face. Okay.
We're out here, I guess.
Yeah, we're out here.
It's 10 a.m. We're trying to do it whatever it takes to win. We're just like, oh my God, don't.
And yeah, that is going to smoke him from there, and that's going to be raw, so it's going to take a chunk, but not like chunky.
That's a shame.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was like the blood heat was essentially full, but I guess it didn't matter at that point.
At that life in health deficit, like you just saw his life bar, it just said, I felt like,
because like Typically, you don't want to interact with people in blood heat because if they shield whatever, depending on how much blood heat they have, is the amount of damage occurs during the last art.
Right.
So also you have a 20% damage bonus when you're in blood heat.
Yeah.
So that kind of amplifies whatever damage comes through, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't interact with this. Let me just be full screen, and then you're like, oh, I press the button, I'm down 80% of my health.
It's also hella scary because, you know, obviously one of the main defensive mechanics of the game, shield, you know, it's on a call out. While in blood heat, you do that, you get auto last arc over there. And then
correct. So it turns into this whole like, all right, how do I bait out this mechanic that they have? I don't want to interact. I don't want to get hit either because a full combo does, I'd say, close to 50% anyway because blood heat does give you that damage boost. Yeah. And then you're just like eating a normal combo anyway.
Right.
But a lot of people kind of have an issue trying to deal with, all right, do I run away? Do I just throw them? Do I do anything? But it typically turns into one of those things you have to feel out over the course of the game.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to be caught getting scrambly, have spaghetti sauce everywhere, and just getting hit. But it seems like Destinite has the last laugh. And speaking of that, we got last laugh coming up on the screen versus Death Gun. And this is going to be our second match on stream for so far. Fairly excited to see how this bracket is going to confirm from there as the players queue up. Now, let me ask you this on a side bet. You know, when it comes from the life of this game, Melty Blood, as we've been starting it, and when it started and where it evolved, and of course, like you give examples of like certain top players, Masoma. You probably know where I'm going with this. It's kind of interesting where Vlav is at right now in the meta, and you know when the game first started, and I wanted to point this out. There was a lot of arc. There was, you know, she's like the typical traditional like Melty Blood rushdown character, and then as the jury was kind of out on Vlav in the beginning. I feel from what I heard. And then
people kind of didn't know where to place him. They thought he was a zoner.
Right.
You could just rush him down. He doesn't have defensive options. And then as over the course of maybe 4 months, 5 months, people were like, oh, this character's pretty good. And then he got a couple of buffs to get quality of life changes. And then all of a sudden it turned into, oh, hey, this character's actually probably one of the best characters in the game.
I swear it was like 1 or 2 patches and it was like, oh, wow, he's actually OD.
Yeah, because they made it so that his records are more consistent in combos, which makes his unblockable really strong. And a lot of his confirms just let him put you back full screen. And since everything's more consistent, you're not fighting a character where if you make too many mistakes, you just lose.
No, I mean, like, if you can be very, like, on point and consistent, or, like, one of the things I've seen that's evolved in the meta, like how you said super stuff pull you out through screen, he's at his range where, like, he can optimize, you know, whether he wants to space control you out. A lot of, like, the manual, like, magic circuit that's gets charged from there, and, you know, if you're a player that feeds into the system mechanics, you know, you can choose when and where, you know, in order to recover, counter shields in order to get, like, some recoverable health. So it's, like, the play is like minimalized, but like it's optimal points where like you can put that character at, and I think it's so interesting how just people have turned around on it. But we got other characters on the screen right now, completely different from the ones that we saw in the first match. Saber.
I see. Everyone loves Saber. Everybody loves the character from Fate Stay Night.
Hey man, I see that, and you know everyone in the Naluverse. Shout outs out here. Very applicable guest character. Ooh, gets the lightning confirm off of it into the blitz.
All right, so Roa being one of those characters who has the ability to fight essentially every place out in the game. He can zone you if you have poor movement. He can rush you down if you don't have good defensive options. And right now you can see Death Gun just making sure, staying at the optimal range for lightning. But
that was a nice jump 1A over there. That was pretty good.
All right, last lap gets a throw into the corner.
Okay.
Now, Saber's not too particularly scary. Oh my God, except right there. But Shield BC gets Death Gun up confirmed.
That was really good right over there. Gets the confirm into the corner. Knocked down straight. Oh, goes for the blitz though. Continues the pressure. Did he just walk up menacingly and throw him?
Well, he thought he was going to shield. That's why.
That was so cool.
Oh boy. Oh, raw DP no punish? Yeah, it's 10 a.m.
And one of the typical things, you know, when you see a reversal in the game is to reinforce the whip button. Oh, I thought he would have continued the confirm, but he dropped it.
Yes.
But like I was saying, one of the things you'll see in the game is like, if it's like a moon skill version or like reversal, they get the re-jump action to kind of avoid it, but that was a raw one. Kind of unfortunate that last lap did not get to clap him on that, but he's actually getting clapped up for this combo right over here. That's unfortunate.
All right, neutral tech. Too early in the throw on wake up there. Gets hit by 2A. No. Oh, nice dash under. Gets Oki. No, just air dash.
That was kind of a tricky Oki-like situation. You have an idea of what he was trying to set up for, or like kind of counter or make an awkward position for an invisible reversal or something like that?
All right, throws the shield. Hey,
throws again? Yeah, we love to see it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I guess we just do EX moves without any confirm. It's okay, though.
It would have made sense if we went up for a block string, went for plus frames, but I didn't see that from there. Surprised that hit. Maybe he had a feel of like when he wanted to jump or when he wanted to go up from the gap.
That's true.
Yeah.
But typically in this matchup, it's seen that Rilla can just control mid-screen with, as you can see, lightning right there, making it hard for you to approach. You have to guess correctly. But you can't.
I remember when that lightning was unblockable in the air.
Yeah, thank God that's not. Thank God it's not the case. My goodness. Hey, all right, we're gonna get a full. Oh, doesn't get the confirm, but still has a good life lead. Has to be careful.
Pops the moon drive over there. Goes for the immediate. Knows he's about to check with the button. So very nice as he confirms into the arc drive finish. Takes the first game, but that's one of the uses for like your moon drive in that case. You know, when you get that screen freeze, it's kind of like, and I know certain games, you know, whether you play your Marvels or whether you play your KIs, like there's certain like mechanics in the game that allows you to assess the position and then reply from that. And that was a good use of using the standard shield, counteract that button, go for the punish with the BC, get the full confirm and end the game. Very knowledgeable, like in a situation like that, and I think one of like the standard like intermediate to like higher level like applications of that, you know. And of course, it also gets tricky when your other opponent has 50% moon gauge as well. But goes for the character pick in the for last lap. Goes to opt for the Shiki Tono. Solid character. I think teach you a lot of the fundies that a lot of Melty Blood type Lumina has.
Yes. Low shield gets bopped by the air dash. You cannot low shield moves that approach from the air. All right, EX Hyro, Oki. No.
Yeah, and that's the way that you get hard smoke from there. So that's unfortunate. And he's trying to deal with like this pressure. Counteracts with the moon drive. It's kind of a super character, but goes to the moon skill lightning, which extends his range forward, downward, across, and upward. And he got smoked on that diagonal angle right over there. Immediate anti-air jump.
Hey, all right, just spending the meter to keep his turn. Oh, you got to block low. You got to down back. Come on.
And you can definitely see the difference in condition based on the two players. Deathgun feeling a lot more comfortable, establishing a lot more space. Like you see, like in that mid-screen portion, where it's difficult for last lap to even know how to approach, and he's just getting smoked at every bit. And he's gonna take
that's a double perfect, unfortunately.
Smoke break. Parfait, indeed. GG's to both gentlemen, but Deathgun's gonna be moving to the second round in the bracket.
Yes. So unfortunately, it looks like last lap wasn't really as confident in their offense, because you can still tell there's a player difference as you go through tournaments, because a lot of people they weren't so keen on the first iteration of the game. The game came out, they're like, oh, shield's too strong. They played for like a week or two, and now they're just like, all right, I'll come back later when they patch something.
Yeah.
And several patches later, a lot of people were just like, oh, the game's kind of fun. Now everyone who's already been playing the game learned how to go through all those hard times.
Through all that.
Yeah, they know how to do everything now. So their offense is a lot more structured. They know what to do on defense. And newer players are just like, man, this offense is kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, this is kind of what you wanted, right?
Yeah. They're like, hey, oh, you have to deal with all this stuff now? Hey, we gave you an option.
Yeah. Like you have shield. Shield doesn't. It kind of does everything, but you still have to be right.
Right.
The first interaction is if you get the shield, cool. You have 3 options you got to pick, or you could do nothing. That's another option, honestly. But
it's one of those aspects where you have cut me off if you heard this phrase, emergent gameplay. I know.
Can you not say that? I would like to not say that phrase.
It's phrasing. It's just one of those things where it's like, at different levels of the game, stuff unpacks itself. So adding different defensive and like offensive options. And this game is crazy. Honestly, when you just take away a certain thing and you have to deal with that raw, like, people are getting hit, and when you deal with that, and for the players that keep playing and they embrace the system mechanics, there's another layer of defensive options, and just a need for you to like interact with the player. I think is very smart and very good, and comes from the resources, the management, and you can, when you pay attention, you actually look and you don't just take it for face value, like, oh, he's just doing this or that, and you play into the mechanics. It can be actually engaging and very fun and very interesting, and
or you could just hate it and say the game's not good. you just not like the game, say, oh, this game's bad because I don't know how to understand everything. It's like, all right, cool. You could have just told me that in the first place and not wasted my time. But that's cool. But we have an old Melty legend right there. Arlieth on our left. Yes, on our left. He came down from, I think he lives in SoCal? I think he lives in SoCal. I can't remember, but he used to be one of the proponents way back in the day for Akadenza in, I believe, in SoCal, where a lot of the West Coast players, they had a series called West Coast.
Right.
They would go to, I forgot the arcade name, don't crucify me, but it was huge back in the day.
Right.
Like almost 20 years ago, everybody would go out there, they would play, they would be like, all the best is on the West Coast. But then the East Coast was like, No, we're over here. What are you talking about? So it was several players, I'd say Spooky and Zara themselves, two of the major proponents. They would go over there and try to play people. Right. And it turned into this huge, hey, we're actually all pretty solid at the game. We're strong. And over the years, it became a huge gathering of, hey, we like this game. We're going to hang out. We're going to play. We're going to show you this game's cool. And even got an Evo that 1 year in 2010. That really shouldn't have happened, but it happened anyway.
Hey. The Mad Lads did it, and it's actually going to be happening this year.
Yes,
so,
that's correct, yes.
Yeah, so very excited to see, and the momentum that comes from this bracket. I'm excited to see how the pools and how, the semifinals comes out and how top 8 shakes out. A little bit later, we're going to talk about, some of the proponents of that. Obviously, Scrot is definitely in this bracket. If you guys aren't familiar with Melty Blood type Luna kind of tournaments for the past 2022, definitely in North America's terms, the strongest out there.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, based off tournament
Frosty,
results.
one Frosty, one combo breaker. Just hella consistent. Very strong fundamentally sound player. Even has been playing the game before, but like, a player that has such a mindset for the game, But there's also other players as well. Masoma took Texas Showdown. Masoma's just been reckoning when Metal Sea Online Edition was happening. Like, he was going a tear on that as well. But we also have some sleepers up in this bracket as well, like who are actually here besides them. Besides Scrot, I mean, there's also Hyde, who's actually been putting in the work. I believe Hyde runs the Microa.
Yes.
Yes. And there's also, I think, Shadow 20Z, who's also been playing as well. So there's a couple of contenders, and they actually placed very well. I think got 9th and 13th respectively at the event. Fairly strong, and the development of them and seeing how all these players formulate in the bracket, I think you guys should pay attention if you follow Multi-Blood type tournaments. But also, you might see some up-and-comers, some surprise picks, because we don't have all those common contenders right over here,
Exactly. All right, so now we have Arlieth playing Maids and Valia playing Noelle. I know a lot of people they see Maids and they're like, oh, Maids is automatically broken, but they don't really understand why Maids are strong. Oh my God, Arlieth just doing 6C again, just raw like that.
All right, try to go for Sword Super right over there. Didn't get the confirm, unfortunately. Would have went into a knockdown, probably into an Oki situation, but is finally suffering from that. Oh, gets hit with the stand reset right over here, and that's one of those things that you see like a knowledge check. You definitely have to be aware that certain situations can happen from that.
Especially versus this character.
Right.
Because Noelle does have a move that restands you, and if she decides to not combo you after, you have to be ready for a high-low throw in that situation.
Yes.
But if you press the button too late, you get counter hit and you get blown up.
Right.
But Arlieth taking the first round over there, showing he still has some Melty prowess, even though I'm not sure how much he's been playing the game, but I know he has enough fighting game knowledge to get by. Oh, yeah.
That was a counter hit. I'm so glad it wasn't able to get confirm off of that. Probably could have did like a level 1 and super extension if they had the hit confirmation. Oh, but the counter interacts whatever move he was trying to do from over there, and he has to deal with everything off of this. But wisely blocks in that setting. Was aware that the reset potential was already there.
All right.
Doesn't mean hard.
OTG, no tag. Low shield BC. All right, we take those. No counter hit. Back to mid screen. Oh!
Lifts the throw.
That's the classic right there. Like you whiffed the throw, but they were like, oh, I'm just going to throw again. Like you didn't think to jump or anything. You're just like, oh, they're not going to throw me. Oh, they threw me.
Oh my God, just literally run up 3C.
Oh, dropping confirms. It's okay. Hisui call. All right, you can see Arlieth trying to lessen the scrambles, lessen the close-up interactions.
Right.
Oh my God, bro, that's A, B, C, D. That's not heat. I think he tried to press heat.
I definitely would have acknowledged that from the setting. It's very unfortunate that I hit from over there. Okay.
All right, blocks the overhead smash. Has to be careful because Valia has 4 bar.
Oh. Nice, clearing the screen right over there. And I like that normal, in order to check certain types of air movement, and I was able to push him back. Goes for Botany.
Oh my God.
Ooh, sits it straight up, a little bit overextending.
All right, she's not dead, but he's good. He's definitely gonna eat a lot.
It's literally gonna leave like a chunk. It's literally gonna leave like a chunk.
All right, throw kills here, but Arlieth might moon. Okay,
there he goes.
God bless.
The force release was really good in that setting. Kind of risky though, but was able to anticipate the movement. Ah!
Oh, plant coming in clutch. Unfortunately for Valia, that moon skill actually moved him forward into the plant, and Kohaku plant does not go away unless you hit her. So if you don't hit her, the plant doesn't go away, you kind of get hit anyway, and you're sad.
Oh my goodness. Noelle wasn't prepared for Botany. She didn't go to the green room. That's very unfortunate in the sense, but it's going to sacrifice that game because of that. And you know, some of you guys may be seeing like these characters. So I remember like older, like in the Melty Blood life.
Yes.
One of the contenders I saw who was really doing work with this character was Ludovic. He won actually NEC up in the last year. But ever since then, I think the jury's been out differently on how the character worked. Earlier on in the previous game, of course, had a lot of pressure, had a lot of different confusing Oki situations, the assist off of the maids. But I think the jury is out now that the character can do things, but there's a lot of other consistent modes, you know, for other characters in the game.
Yes. The biggest strength to this character, obviously, is any kind of knockdown she gets, she's able to put out a plant, but the plant does have a cooldown when it's used, so it kind of lessens how strong her Oki is. However, you know, she has a broom that goes about half screw. Oh my gosh. Oh, you have to block Johnny.
Oh. Yeah. And I did see that happening, but unfortunately, I would have thought they would have blocked the cross-up setting. That was a risky force release.
Yes. But it didn't look like Arlith was ready to counteract it any sort of way. Ooh. All right, Moon Skill hits. Moon Drive. I gets hit by Jumpy on the way down. He doesn't have meter, so might go for a reset. There it is.
Definitely went for a reset throw this time. Paid attention to last time. If you would have saw in the first game, he went for the reset. Yes. He went for the 2A into the confirm. I got the counter hit. Second time, he actually blocked it, so was able to cognizant and aware to know how he liked to defend. Hit him off of that, but gets the counter hit off of the air to ground confirm.
Hey, there's a wake up heat. Or it's just like, I want to play the game. He gets hit. Johnny is gone.
Yep.
All right, now he got no life back. He got hit again, and he's still in the corner. Now he has no meter whatsoever. So let's see if he decides to block normally on wake up or use shield.
I tell you, man, the one has deceptively long normals, you know, over there. It's like, literally, Vale is at a point where it's like, oh, I can press a button here. Oh, that was such a nice confirm off there. The counter hit off the botany.
But he drops the confirm. Hey, and 2C. All right, let's see if another reset is in store for Arlith. Nope. Launcher. Oh, just puts him full screen. Oh, hey, Moonskill Bato, EX Bato. Knockdown, plant, time to guess. Hey, it was just a throw.
Okay.
But as you see there, after Kohaku gets a throw with the plant out, she can't do it again. There's a cooldown.
Yes.
So now Arya, he chooses the Heat, gets his life back. Oh, but he doesn't block.
That was so good, and that was the confirm I thought he would have had in the first game, but he confirms it, cleans it up.
Come on, Arya, you haven't been playing this game, bro. But it's okay. He doesn't actually. He's just out here to support, play the game, hang out. Because oh my God. All right, 5C, 2C. Ooh.
Oh my God.
All right, so Vi looking
cleared that range like nothing else, man.
Yeah, you can tell that Vi is a little bit more warmed up now. Should get a confirm launcher. Yes.
All right, and that's a full boy combo right over there. Goes for it. Instant IAD. Gets hit backwards. Random BS go. All right, botany.
Hey,
force release. Again, okay.
Oh, no one wants to block, but it's okay. All right, Arth getting most of his life back, but it gets counter hit anyway. Full confirm incoming, no meter. There's a reset attempt. Ow.
Gets the confirm off of the overhead, pops the moon drive case.
Oh, didn't get the bar. Wake up, Moonskill Bato.
Hey. Just goes with the reversal into it. I don't want to hold this mix up.
Yeah, I just want to. Well, the thing is, when you're in Moon Drive, when you use your Moonskill DP or any Moonskill, it can clash with stuff. Oh, God.
Right.
So because you're forcing that clash, if the opponent's not ready, then you just kind of get your turn back, you run your neutral situation, you're in some sort of positive spot.
I definitely want to see like, oh no, I went for the super again, but no, but even from that, the setting, you know, how low like Arlith's like life bar was, I would have liked to seen playing into the system mechanics a little bit, probably anticipated it with probably a safe jump type of meaty setup, or occasionally, I don't know, man, it might be wild. On their wake up, or, you know, on their, you know, Oki situation, probably wanted to stand shield just to be able to contend that or play into that system.
Oh,
but this is going to be an arc drive.
It's close, though. I don't think it kills. Nope.
Oh, okay, I thought you had a James Chen there. Goes back.
Oh, that looked kind of deceptive because you're not sure where her... The thing about Noelle is she doesn't have normals that cross up, but she can make it look really ambiguous. So unless you have... the deep knowledge of the character, you're just like, I think this is a cross-up, and you block the wrong way. So
no mix-up.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's a jumping normal that looks like it's really big, so it should cross up by that nature. It doesn't. You have to really make it upon yourself to be like, I'm going to block the wrong way, and it's like, no, you have to block the right way. That's, I guess, what's supposed to happen.
It's literally like one of those situations where like it beats like a better player because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm trying to anticipate, you know, what's the thing, the most anticipated from the situation. And you think about like the mix-up, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes just doing something that looks like it, but actually it's as effective as well.
Yes.
But yeah, I get that. But we're going off to the next match right over here. It seems we're going to be queuing up GearDragon versus Swifton.
Yes.
And I'm definitely familiar with GearDragon, a competitor that's been grinding the game a little shortly. I know has been traveling to some events. Definitely has been outside that bubble, but like an out-of-pools type of player, so I think it's going to be interesting to see how they perform. Not as familiar with the Swifton, but I think a noticeable thing when we get towards these brackets and as they start to elevate up the card, you know, tighter gameplay is, of course, obviously going to be a thing, better optimization. But obviously, I think what I always like to see in like multiplayer play as it evolves, again, playing into system mechanics, I always like to see. And I think you can get a pattern like of risk and reward assessment from how people interact with, you know, their force release pops. Yeah. Because in the last game, you know, there was a lot of them that went, you know, pretty frequently. And you're like, you get a gauge of like their mindsets and, you know, a player's, I guess, quote unquote, emotional state as they play, you know. Like, and of course, you want to do something that, you know, is unblockable. You get your meter back, you get your health back. It's very risky to do, especially from certain settings.
Sometimes. Because at a higher level, a lot of people start baiting your wake-up heats because then you're just like, okay, they're going to try to get their turn back. They want their life back. They don't want to have to – a lot of people are scared to block in this game, which honestly is not the way to do things because you're given a lot of resources, and using all of them immediately is not the best thing to do because you put yourself further into a hole as you play better players, and then it turns out that, oh, I'm starting to get outclassed. It looks really bad. I don't enjoy what's going on here.
That's why I like that I brought that up because I wanted to see their mindsets of like how they do resource management, but also risk assessment and, you know, what seems the proper thing for the proper time. And it kind of seemed like earlier, like in some of the matches, like it just seemed like when they got it or when they had it, they just used it.
Yeah, sometimes, It's scary because blocking's kind of scary in this game sometimes, depending on who you're
fighting. I was just going
fighting.
to say that, too. Like you said, like, sometimes it's going to be, but, like, I think the better the player is the better player, like, who's able to manage that, you know. Of course, you know, defensive and, like, being able to not get hit is of course, great for any player. But, like, knowing when and where to use certain tools, it's going to be good. Like, hey, I'll just sit here and, you know, deal with this mix-up, or I'll, quote-unquote, take the throw, you know, unless you're playing, like, Arc or Red Arc or
Red Arc, Miyako.
Yes. Oh my God.
In that situation, it gets scary because the strongest character out of those three, Arcuid, she has a combo throw, and her damage output's fairly high. She has a lot of plus frames, so it's kind of hard to guess when to tech a throw, when you should mash. But that's whenever you fight Arcuid. That's a different story.
But no, in generally, it's just like it all goes to risk assessment. So I'm definitely, that's my favorite thing in watching fighting games and commentating is to be able to see how players are able to put that. And not every game is the same, and you're facing different opponents, and that's one of the beautiful things about tournament play and actually watching like intermediate to high level play is that you get a chance to gauge, you know, decision making from each player. But as we're going off to the screen, we're carrying a couple of players. GearDragon going to be going with the Arc, and it's going to be Swifton, I believe, with the CL.
All right, so this matchup, a lot of people, well, after this button check, a lot of people think that, well, in North America, a lot of people think CL is not strong. For some reason, I still understand it. I personally think that this character is a top 5 character. She does practically everything. The only thing she's lacking is a standing overhead, which is fine.
It's right.
But she has projectiles that go full screen. She has full screen punish and using 1 bar. She has confirms that take you to the corner. She has corner confirms that do close to half your life off of 1 bar. And her pressure is very safe. It requires you to understand how to fight her projectiles, how her pressure works. So honestly, this character, also she has a flash kick that you just press down. There's no DP, so you can't get crossed up. So it's like, I must be missing something here.
I definitely see everything that you're talking about. You even mentioned like heat throw, like, you know, in certain situations, you know, where other characters have their own projectiles. We just saw Vlav on the screen. You know, hers ones comes at an angle, so it's kind of tricky to even do like counterplay to that. And you control certain angles of the screen. With the pressure, you know, like you said, pretty safe. Do staggers with the Rekkas, go in. But Arc just wants to get in there and just rush you down, insinuate her buttons, get the pressure, get the frames, goes into the level 1 immediately.
All right, double overhead, no, just 1 jump C, no cancel.
Oh my God, this literally on block raw C, no counterplay to that?
What's it called? That rapid beat by itself without any cancel is unsafe, so you have to be ready to special cancel.
But there was no special cancel over there. It was just done. And Swiftwind was not prepared in order to do that. Knows that there's a gap in that Rekka point and was able to counteract the overhead, but smokes him off of that. These are the mini shield wars I'm seeing.
Hey, that's the wake-up flash kick. Just trying to get position back, Swiftwind. Hey.
Oh, and that's very nice that I saw from there. That if you guys are not familiar with multi-blood type Lumina, that's a fatal counter. So in the air, if you get counter hit, it allows for a spin out into a full combo conversion.
But GearDragon gets a confirm. Spin the bar? Yes. Very nice.
Yeah, don't be greedy. Spend the bar right over there. Get the kill. Take the round. You'll be able to get a little bit more as you go in. Goes for the 2-1-4C confirm. Very nice stuff.
All right, round 2. Both players look like they've been awake. They probably played a match or two before this, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, commits to the full string, but didn't get to confirm in time. That was very ballsy in order to go for that Rekka again when he was called out on the shield the first time.
What's it called? The shield doesn't guarantee everything.
Yes.
The Rekka is a high-low at the end, so you have to guess between standing up or crouching low.
So he's just rotating his options, anticipating that, something may change.
Right. All right, back to full screen. Swifton in a better position, but he has to not get hit. That's not
He did it again, yeah.
He must be missing his buffer on his special move.
Right.
The raw air throw. All right.
Oh, that was a nice stand shield on that.
Just tossing out knives, doesn't have to overcommit. Can just be full screen. Be careful. You don't want Arcwood flying on top of you. Hey.
Oh, was it not able to get that confirm off that jumpy over there? But still pretty good. Ooh, but gets the trip guard punish over there. And this should be the end of the round if you use the meter wisely. Oh, but gets the drop right over there. It's okay. Another opening will confirm that. Nice whip punish.
Hey. All right. We're going to spin a bar. Let's
Automatic
see.
setup.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Nice. Gets the save force release right over there.
Uh-oh. That wake up 5B was probably wake up DP, but it's okay. We take those. Hey.
Flash kick.
Not option selecting the reversal on wake up.
I dig it.
I know a lot of people were just like, oh, you can just do the option select every time I wake up. And it's like, yeah, your pressure is infinitely worse that way.
There you go.
Hey, falling jump A confirm? No.
Oh, but doesn't get the full. Ooh, okay.
Charge 5C unblockable.
Hey, she's already red and blue. That was an American reset if I ever seen one.
All right, air throw under. Hey.
Nice. Checks it out there.
All right,
sends him into the corner. Prioritizes the position over the damage. Oh, that was a miss input and a half.
It might have been they were reading them pressing buttons on that jump in, so they just decided to do a reversal.
Oh, there's much better options in order for you to do over there.
That is very true, but GearDragon takes game 1. Looking a lot stronger in that third round.
Definitely not a swift win for Swiftwind, but tried to see. Definitely gave up the last bit of pressure, unfortunately, from whatever that reversal was at the beginning. But we're just going to go back immediately into it. Let's see if GearDragon could actually establish a little bit more offense from that standpoint. Pretty cool. And a noticeable thing, like you said, with the zoning, and an option I'm curious to see if players are going to commit to, is obviously, reacting towards the projectile and doing the shield. And the difference is, rather than doing shield and then holding the shield as he gets smacked again from the jump, so you get a little bit of recoverable health, and that's kind of a little bit of counterplay in order to passive zoning rather than active zoning. And multi-blood type Luna is very good at rewarding the defensive player for doing that, as he confirms from the 2-1-4B into the moon drive, into the confirm cancel, into the round. GearDragon looking pretty good.
So unfortunately, he used his moon drive on hit there because he wasn't ready to confirm. He just kind of did it, but we take those. Oh my god. All right, EX9 is fairly safe.
Probably wanted some form of protection because Swiftwind did represent the stand shield option, and there was a little bit of a gap there in that 2-1-4B string. But gets the confirm. Kind of muddy on it, but it's going to be the knockdown.
All right. Left, right, incoming. Oh, wait for reversal. All right, B-Vanish counter hits the shield from behind. Full confirm. Very nice. All right, just going to bait a reversal. Nope, shield. You hit.
Oh, man.
You press BC too many times. That's what happens, but it's still okay. We make it work. Hey, tech air grab.
And it's so dope how this game opens up, based on the options that the competitors do when active shield situations are there. You saw the BC to the situation, kind of paused and waited it out to see what they wanted to do because they were aware of the moon gauge, but confirms into the arc drive. It's going to be a knockdown into the corner. Very good position.
All right. Ooh. All right. Kind of baits away the shield, doesn't punish it. Gets a clean knockdown off that counter hit in the air.
OTGs again. A little bit of peak damage right over there. Nice confirm again, and this should be the end of the game. Doesn't even need it. Evens it up.
That confirm at the end was a little bit scary because it was kind of like a lazy confirm just to be like, all right, I got the hit. I'm just going to do quick air throw. You should do your whole
combo, you know, just to insinuate, you know, not leave that little drop on the table.
Right.
What's sitting on meter, you know, the scary part is not anticipating a release and then get that heat back, and then all the recoverable health comes back. I definitely understand your point there.
It's better to do the easy confirm that you know that does more damage than to just cut it shorter. No double overhead. All right, so GearDragon, yep, there's a throw. That's why Arcwood is scary in the corner.
Oh my gosh, rush down character.
Ay, counter hit jump C.
That was a big button too, so that's going to scale plenty lovely. Already doing that chunk of damage over there, getting to the knockdown. Jeez, I was looking at 35%.
Oh, you didn't stand up in time. That is an overhead. You got to block high, my friend. And GearDragon is just like, that game 2 doesn't matter. I'm about to take this real quick.
And, you know, that's in the typical, like, day 1 setup as you saw off the 2-1-4C confirm, up to the super jump, neutral jump. Which side am I in?
Hey, anti-air. Wait, no confirm on the landing recovery punish.
Cool.
All right, slow pressure from Swifton. Just try not to get approached on by Arcwood. Hey,
immediate anti-air throw. It does it again. This is off the demon flip. Confirms from the moon drive.
Spin the meter. Oh my.
Oh, should have spent the meter in that case, but.
Punish?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you didn't dash far enough. It's not okay anymore.
I was about to say, like, one was a perfect, and I was going to say there's going to be a counter perfect.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't let it happen. You were looking so good this round, and now you're fighting a ghost.
Knocked out again. Where is it at?
Wake up heat.
Now he has actually blocked this.
Oh
Doesn't get to confirm off the hit, though. Didn't believe in it.
All right.
Oh my goodness. All the way from the perfect. And GearDragon takes the round and the set. Good stuff. Like I said, I pet GearDragon for it. Definitely was familiar with their play. I was kind of looking muddy in that second game.
Right.
But I think we're actually starting to see that, like, as we go further into the bracket, the evolution of people just kind of getting into their own meta, especially with, like, the mechanics in the game. You know, whether it's force release, whether it's shield, whether it's their movement options, calling out certain IADs. That was a very slick, you know, call out that they had with the counter hit throw. That Swiftwind had, you know, and I saw that option that was represented over there. I was like, okay, we're gaming. We're gaming now. We're gaming.
Right. Unfortunately, at that last exchange, you could have seen that Swiftwind probably could have just spent some meter at the end there off that Moondrive confirm. It didn't. I think they could have did a confirm that spent 3 bars.
Yeah.
And usually people are just like, oh, you wasted all your meter. And in this game, that's not usually a big problem. You can dump a lot of your meter, and you usually get it back.
Yes.
Means of blocking, hitting somebody, popping Moondrive. Moondrive, you get meter back passively. But it's kind of greedy to save all that meter to be like, okay, this combo will kill, or then this interaction I win anyway. That's not a good way to think when you play fighting games that give you a lot of resources. You typically want to make sure that, okay, I secure this round and not, you know, end up fighting a ghost, because honestly, GearDragon was dead.
It literally was fighting a ghost. GearDragon was dead. Dead to rights. And like I said before, you know, GearDragon did have like a perfect in that first round, and actually Swiftwind was actually working on that perfect. They ran it all the way back. Very confirming stuff. One thing I was shocked about was, like, he actually had that mix up to confirm. He had the jump C, didn't block it, but I guess he didn't follow up. I don't know if that was a misinput, didn't believe in it, or
probably just did jump C and then, like, didn't get the 2A to come out in time, because honestly, there's a lot of hits done on that jump C. So you do whatever you want, but maybe GearDragon was also surprised, like, oh man,
oh man, like, oh my god,
like, what do you mean you got hit by that? What's going on here?
I dig it, but now we have on the screen, we got Mr. Ray on 1-2-3 versus Sneaky _Urkel. God, I'll tell you what, I love Melty what type of Lumina player names, man.
Bro, it's just anime player. It's anime player names.
I mean, bro, like, literally Casper's name Time to Duel. Like, I love the anime names out here, dude. Like, got Makoto Fox over here, man. Like, I dig it.
All right. Oh, that's Akia. That's cool.
Yep.
I don't like that green color, though. All right.
And this is actually a character that you play, I believe. Akio.
Yes, I made this character.
Right.
I guess they're in. Oh, they're going in. They're actually going
straight in as we're going back into there. The match is starting off. Gets clipped by the Rekka Moonskill version. Goes into the confirm, knockdown, air throw.
Double jump, fade away. Oh, double overhead, good block. Overhead.
I already called it out. Nice.
Yes.
Goes into the confirm.
Saber Rekka does, at the end only has overhead and mid, so you might as well stand block everything.
Yes.
Heat doesn't hit anything, but still just trying to get out the corner. Shield. Hey, no BC back. Unfortunate.
Just plays into it. Goes for the A option. Goes for the launcher immediately.
All right. Oh, okay. Doesn't go for launcher after. Got hit low. Probably trying to jump there. So that's one thing you kind of have to be ready for. You need to be able to down back on an opponent's wake up just to see if they're going to just meaty 2A you. You don't want to get hit low like that. Oh, God.
Yep.
Whoop. All right, backs off. Hey, good shield.
Okay,
BC.
plays into it. Goes into the BC counterplay.
Gotta get a small confirm. DX ring.
Goes for the knockdown there. Okay.
Moonskill DP from Saber.
And again, you know, something, you know, I can agree with, you know, especially when you're trying to steal your turn back. Definitely a risk that went into that. Ooh, but that hit, you saw the way charge jump C hit off the oh my God.
That is a very scary thing about Saber. Her charge jump C is a normal that a lot of people in this game do not like. they think it's way too good. Oh my. Oh, good mash out afterwards.
That's hilarious because we just saw Maids on the screen and, you know, jump C from Hisui. Oh, God. If I had to elect between the two of them, I both want them to be fired. As he takes the round right over there, that's going to be the first game going over to Sneaky Urkel.
Yes. As you can see, it looks like Ryan is not too familiar with fighting Saber. They might be a newer player in the game or a newer Akio player. Hard to tell which one.
Right.
But Sneaky Urkel looks like, you know, they have a good handle of system mechanics, how the character works, how the mix-up works. Ooh.
Decent pressure over there, and it seems like Ray is just having a hard time, you know, fighting out of there. It definitely can't mount any form of like decent offense. Oh, gets counter thrown off of the throw, and that's the first of many that I was waiting to see. The actual, yeah. Sneaky Urkel is definitely familiar with situational awareness. Very good stuff from there.
It is one of those things that a lot of people fear in this game at any level, getting options like this.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter because Sneaky Urkel just getting 2 clean hits there, and the round on match point already.
And it's looking pretty apparent from there. Ooh, does not get the firm off the counter hit, but probably is going to go up. Yep, get pressured again, called out. Yo, Sneaky Urkel has a very good sense of like where Ray wants to press buttons and everything like that. That's very good in positioning. All right,
small charge. Once again, but did the wrong option after the shield. Already preemptively pressing.
But I am liking and seeing it. I like to see it because it shows that risk assessment and that situational awareness. And I'm aware that this game is over just like that.
Yes.
Oh,
so, sometimes when people play the game at the skill level in this game is still pretty, I'd say, vast.
Right.
Because there are people who are beginners, I want to say. They've been playing the game for a little bit. They understand some system mechanics, but they don't really understand interactions between characters, interactions with mechanics.
Yeah.
They kind of just play, they're having fun, so, which is okay, you know. Everyone's out here having fun. But then you got the people who are out here like, yeah, I'm not trying to get O2'd in my pool, so I'm gonna actually try. You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna do well.
Yes.
And there's a lot of players who opted not to play like myself. I just didn't enter this tournament because I'm just like, I'm hanging out. You know, I want to see what the field looks like. And people are just gonna be like, man, you're so good. Why'd you enter the tournament? I'm just like, just chilling, man. It's okay.
No, I dig it, man. I dig it. But as we're going in, some people do that, and then other ones, they win, and they win, and they win, and they go to the next tournament. It's like, I'm going to win again. So we got one of those that's coming onto the screen right now. We got Scott Vermillion going to be queuing up.
He finally showed up. I didn't see him at all yesterday.
Finally. Yeah. No, I actually saw him. He was playing in the Grand Blue versus bracket.
He did enter.
Yeah, he did enter.
Okay.
So I saw him. I was commentating top 24, but I saw him playing over in pools. He had a pretty decent run in the end. Potentially went down before he had the opportunity to go and show out like in there. But no, pretty decent run. But not good.
Yeah. Scott's probably the premier #1 Melty Blood player in North America for Type Lumina anyway.
Yeah.
That a lot of people are just like, man, this guy's so good, he's gonna win Evo, and it's like that's true. He has a good chance of winning Evo as long as his ability to maintain composure throughout the tournament lasts. And honestly, there's supposed to be more Japanese players who show up. There's other people from other regions who haven't been able to showcase their talents. So Evo will be an interesting event because a lot of people are expecting some weird things to come out, or they're just like, oh, this game is already solved.
All right, so we got Vermillion and Suzaku on the screen right over here, and we're going to be seeing the play from there. And a thing that's with Scrot that I've seen uniquely, if you pay attention to Combo Breaker, is that he picked up this recent character right over here, one of the recent DLC characters. There was Powered CL that came over to the scene that we haven't seen present in this bracket, but there's also Mario Gallo Bastino that is a monster, kind of like a puppet type character, but like interesting amounts of like setup, set play, screen control, and Scrot being the player to actually flex out and show this character's potential.
Yes. He's been playing this character, I want to say for I think like the week after he dropped, a week or two.
Right.
Because I think he didn't want to play him before in a major.
Right.
But then as soon as that major was over, oh, option selected the DP. He committed full time to this character. He believes this character is super strong. Which I agree, this character is very strong. A lot of the cast has equal power between them in most cases. There are some outliers in every fighting game.
Yes.
All right, EX web sling to get
That's
the
gonna
knockdown.
be one more knockdown. And one of those strong. Oh my gosh.
All right, that happens. Sometimes,
yeah.
Sometimes you just get hit by raw last start because you're delaying your pressure. But the good thing for Scrod is Suzaku has no more meter.
No more meter.
And he only
only
lost,
thing is sitting on a moon gauge.
Yeah, he only lost like 40%.
Yeah, he has enough real estate. You know, it could be a straight hit. Yep.
And he was just chilling. He was like, yeah, you don't have anything else to hit me with.
Oh my God, just hits the none.
Yep, punch done goes away. Oh, shield? No shield. Gets hit by 6C.
No, but doesn't confirm off of the overhead. Yeah, moon skill, yeah.
Moon skill counter. That is frame 1.
Yeah.
When that comes out, if you don't have anything that acts the frame after, you cannot get away from it. You're just stuck.
Yep.
So that is a very strong tool. However, it does leave him quite open doing nothing for a while.
Yep. In that case, though, it's very... as we are talking about, you know, Bestino, there's also another character that's on the screen. I like to call her a VTuber Noelle, but we'd also have Dead Apostle. We also have Dead Apostle Noelle, and she's one of the interesting DLC characters. You know, interesting amount of setup, set play, screen control. And we're not going to see much of it now, but
because they're not blocking.
Yeah. It does. I mean, it is what it is. But no. As we're seeing that, it's a character. I think certain people that are able to pilot it. You know, I know Pinku plays the character.
Yes.
Fairly good. And that's the interesting thing about this game. It's still developing. It's still coming out with more of the DLC. The initial round of them were announced, you know, with Mario and Dead Apostle Noelle on the screen. But as the pressure is going on, getting hit again. I'm excited to see how they develop, you know, in the life of the game.
Moon Drive confirmed. Oh, he wants to get 3 bars so he can arc drive. Should be able to close up the round, and there it is. That's very... Damn, he's so optimal. Look at him.
Real optimal.
He's like, all right, yeah, you're dead. Goodbye. All right, I'm moving on to the other side of my pools. Scrot's like, I'm just chilling, bro. Let me get out of here. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to hear Scrot in top 24 in the crowd just shouting because that's what he does.
GG's to both. Thank you, Suzaku, for playing. But I don't think to the chagrin or surprise to anybody that Scrot was able to win that match there pretty convincingly. Very smart and very aware of the game and situations in general. Unfortunately there, Suzaku didn't have the opportunity to vent properly. Tried to force the initiative to actually play. And sometimes, man, you got to, you know, just chill out. You know, just let it feel the vibe. And like we were seeing certain, like when he got further into the bracket, Scart, like at combo, there were like really messed up like setups he was doing. Yeah. I believe like he would go into like axe none, throw a certain thing, go up and try to like backdash in order to whip punish like a force release setup, go back into the confirm right over there. Yeah. And there's certain like set play aspects and different things in screen control, like web playing off of the jump. That's really strong and really good, but also like the presence of like where to position, you know, mid-screen, whether it's like sword none, punch none, go back into sword none. Very good. But Scrot is always that person that goes in. I watch his stream sometimes. Very intrigued about the game, learns the game, embraces the game, embraces the mindset of it, and he's an experienced player. You know, this is not his first Melty blood. You know,
no, he's touted as one of the best Actress Again players in North America as well because. He won Climax of Night 2021. Yes. Last year, he won. I believe he won Combo Breaker Melty Blood the year before too.
Right.
In 2019, excuse me.
Right.
But he is very strong in any game he decides to play. He's one of those players who's. They take the time to sit down and learn a lot about the game, grind a lot of games, figure out how to get stronger, how to get better. And I know a lot of people say like his worth ethic is very intricate. And they respect that about him. Right. He can be vocal about something sometimes where
any player, any top player, you know, any player in general, you know, they have their opinions, they have their hot takes, you know.
he has some of those, which you know you can't escape, honestly.
Yeah.
But he has been around to say like, yeah, I do talk in hyperbole sometimes, but he is a very helpful player when it comes to it. But here we go. We have GearDragon versus Sneaky Urkel. Looks like they might be trying to get out of the pools right now.
Yeah, and this is the part of the portion where we're going into winners, but we're actually looping back into certain players, going up into another round, the next round. And as we saw from each game, GearDragon utilizes the pressure fairly well. Kind of had a couple of hiccups, you know, with some 3Cs and some lack of like special cancel confirms. Urkel seems very aware of like certain situations, so potentially he's going to be able to get certain punishes. Does get a fatal counter call out into a full combo off of the God button jump C.
Up. All right, let's see what the mix-up here is. Blocks the right way, very nice.
Very aware, very
Overhead,
nice.
backdash,
No,
no.
but it gets smoked from that.
Yes, backdash does not get you out of that Rekka mix-up if she decides to use a bar. So you have to be careful there.
Interesting card cancel from there.
Hey, two-way confirm.
Oh no, doesn't get the follow-up.
Unlucky.
That was very unfortunate that follow-up came in that setting.
Spin meter. All right. One more interaction after this air throw enders. Oh, goes for a reset. Oh, God. That is not how you want to interact with people when you've gotten a reset. You don't want to reset into a shield because if they commit to nothing, they can see the shield.
Smoked.
They see the shield and they honestly react accordingly and kill you.
And he did not have that life deficit in order to like make that huge of a call out right over there.
Nope. he was in a good spot too. He just decided to reset into shield for some reason.
Having that, I sometimes think of that as like a panic move, you know, in order to like counteract like scrambly situations. Because I will see that, you know, when people pop certain shields. That was a good moon drive in order to freeze the screen in order to counteract the clash frames of that move. That was very good.
All right, let's see if Sneaky Earl decides to heat. No, doesn't know which way to block.
Again, didn't believe in the mix again. That was.
You gotta confirm sometimes. It's scary, but you gotta confirm. Time to guess again.
Hey!
And it says punish on the screen too. So even though it looked like Saber landed after she went into heat, you
didn't recover in time.
Yes.
To actually hold block.
So the game does give you prompts to say like punish, counter hit, fatal.
Yeah.
So you're not guessing. What was that? Was that a punish or was that not a punish? All right, overhead shield. Oh, God.
Oh, gets for the full charge.
Yes.
Hits the dunk.
Charge 5B for Arcwit is an overhead, so you have to stand shield it. You can't low shield it. Hey,
it's also another one of those knowledge checks, like I said before, where like you got to be aware, but it can also be a mind game, you know, if you start noticing it or trying to react to it. That's one of those other offensive tools that, you know, kind of make Ark's a scary character. Ah!
All right,
plus, it needs armor because why?
Yeah. All right, gonna go spin meter, get a launcher. All right,
throw.
5-way mix-up incoming.
Woo! Goes the other way. Oh, gets him a magic circuit charge. I don't know what that was either. I was about to think that Sneaky Urkel was a god and then just got hit, but that's gonna be the arc drive into a kill. Oh no! I changed Shen myself. Hey!
All right, and the
we got OSs in the house.
easy option select on wake up there.
I dig it.
Don't have to do anything crazy. Just like walk up 2A, shield, call it a day. Now GearDragon on set point. Sneaky Urkel has to. Hey, there we go. Gets a clean charge MC. Full confirm incoming.
Oh, very sneaky from Urkel over there. Gets that charge C. Goes into the confirm, and this is the last liaison in health. Oh, again, he goes with a stand shield off that setting. I guarantee you that's one of those habits that comes from scrambly situations that they've been in, and it just works. But unfortunately, in a tournament setting, when you're not familiar with certain players, that was a special cancel we were looking for. It doesn't work like that.
Hey, all right.
Oh, yeah. Crouch shield gets beat by the IAD overhead. Gonna go into the kill.
Very nice.
Grab does the stuff. GearDragon looking solid. Sneaky Urkel is gonna be going into the loser's bracket. We're gonna have another chance to get outside of pulls on the loser side.
And you can see that people are now starting to do things like bait heat to option selects.
Yes.
They're trying to bait out shields during pressure because they're just trying to line up. Hey, okay, I know you've been blocking for a while, and I know you want to not block anymore, so I want to see what you do to escape this.
Right.
And a lot of people will resort to holding down back in D. They'll try to shield and say, oh, this is a solve all problem. Then it's like, no, what if I air dash over your low shield and then you get hit? Then you have to
exactly what happened.
Then you start saying, all right, I'll just stand shield. And it's like, I'll just hit you low. And then you're just like, wait.
It's not a be-all, end-all.
Exactly. All right. well, we have that will hopefully end sooner for some ads for you guys.
Awful, yeah. Definitely going to be paying the bills in a second. To be able to afford, you know, this wonderful stream for you guys. To be able to afford probably some more development time, you know, for Melty Blood type Lumina. Yes. And like I was saying before, there was 4 DLC characters that was announced, and we do have those 4 DLC characters that have released so far. And what I wanted to get into is that, of course, the ads are going to be coming up, and when we come back, wanted to see how you felt to gauge like the meta of the game. But very excited to talk about for you guys coming up. Yeah, cool.
All right, so a hitbox. A lot of people started playing on hitbox over the last couple of years. It's a nice peripheral. You don't have to use stick. You don't have to use pad if you're comfortable with keyboard, but you want to use something that's like a stick. You can go to hitboxarcade.com/CEO2022.
Save for that, though, at CEO, there is a whole bunch of merch from you guys who kind of awkwardly may still be here but are in the chat. You know, you could always go to the booth over there. But if you guys wanted to see online, you could go to ceo.gaminggen.gg. Visit the online store for more designs and details. I think I'm going to catch me that FGC at the beach shirt, man.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You know what else is pretty good? Going over to gorilla.gg for early access for their bracket running program. I personally haven't used it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. They also have sponsored players over here. So make sure you go to gorilla.gg or use the QR code that's on the screen right there for more information.
Oh, cool. All right, but as we're going into there, we have Controller Chaos. You could also get 10% on CEO tournament gear with the code CEO2022. As we can see, we have different pads and Fight 6 branded with the Community Effort Orlando Tournament sign of Enigma on it. Go follow them on different forms of social media, but you can also get your order at www.controllerchaos.com.
And Festival of Frights for 2022 is SoCal's new major. Make sure you go to festivaloffights.com for all the games you see on the screen with all their pop bonuses.
Save for that, though, you can also get one of the nice Kwamba sticks at here. CEO is 20% coupon code when you enter CEO 2022. We got the different ones. The common one I see, like the drone.
Yes.
The Aegis bag is really good, you know, for carrying your heavy equipment there. A buddy of mine has the Obsidian one that's been using it for years, and, you know, it's a solid reinforced steel, and it actually is very good weight if you like to have your stick in order to play well. You can check that out at www.kwanbausa.com.
And finally, the Arcadian, sponsored by Papa John's, and they're doing a collab with Beyond the Summit. There is a 50K prize pool at the arcadian.gg. Make sure you go over for more information.
Yep, there's a top 12 for the online qualifiers, and you'll get a paid trip to the main stage for 2022. Again, visit the arcadian.gg for more information and to register for free today. And say for that, though, there's the Venue Labs. Very nice artwork that you can see over there. I love the Super Bowl that got designed on that little whip. Is that a whip?
Yeah.
That's hella cool. So
that's the new thing nowadays.
They literally do everything. So you can do car wraps, you can do custom printing, you can do anime merch, and if you go 20% off store-wide, if you use the coupon code, guess what, guys? CEO 2022. Check that out at www.vinolabs.com.
All right, and now the players that were like, man, what are we going to do ads for? What's going on? Why we got ads? Hey, it's Power TL. Hey, there she goes. She's chilling.
Let's go. And this is very important because now unbiased commentary incoming. This is actually one of my local players coming up there. I'm in the DMV area. We play up in Xanadu. And Gavin 11 is actually playing. And I'll tell you right now, he's running the powered CL. And I was talking about this. I believe this. Besides the Aoko, this is going to round out most of the DLC characters that we've seen on the current bracket versus Stalker. I'm seeing both of these players play. Very intense. I got the fake out mixed up. I was ready to go in.
All right. Okay, you got us. Oh, it's Coma.
Kishi, okay, goes with the Coma. Oh, my God.
It was a fake out. You get comfortable like, oh, man, I got to play against Tono. And then you see Coma, you're like, oh, man, I got to deal with Charge MC command throws.
And I know from personally Gavin's play style, he's definitely a rushdown-based player. Definitely likes to have the options of extended normals, but wants to get in there, run his game as soon as possible. Ooh, gets hit by the chest.
Ooh, Fatal off the Vantage B counter. No, confirm. It's
gets hit by that again.
It's getting scrambled. That is unblockable, so you have to shield it low.
Yeah.
It is a low-hitting unblockable move. They have to shield low. So.
Deceptively looking low, but definitely I understand from
there. It also goes half screen. Spin a bar.
Yeah, definitely going to be the kill. Nice stuff.
There you go. Spending meter, making sure you get the kill there. Even if it doesn't kill, you need to have the practice of, this is really close to ending the round. I should probably just spin the bar. Overhead.
Oh, gets checked, too. And that's one of those things where, like, when you get conditioned with, like, an unblockable low, it's kind of like, okay, I kind of learned my lesson. And that was good on Gavin for having that awareness. Clash frames off the reversal, gets hit by that. Coma.
Oh, no. Shield, immediate launcher.
Goes in the immediate A option.
All right, full confirm. Doesn't spend any meter. Just holds
nice.
low
Gavin's
shield.
just going in.
Uh-oh. But reversal throw into the corner versus Coma.
Hey! Oh!
Yeah, Coma's command throw does have armor on it, so if you just press like a 2A a billion times, it won't win. So you have to be careful. Run under it. Nice. Punishes the landing recovery.
Hey,
gets a full confirm.
Should be the full confirm into the round.
Oh, no. Commentator's curse.
I'm sorry I cursed you, buddy, but it's actually looking at it. Goes tried an extension.
So what happened there was, upon that drop combo, Gavin got popped into the air, landed, tried to block. but because he was in the air and
Grounded.
yeah, grounded normals are air unblockable.
Yeah.
So as long as you're stuck in the air and they land before you, if they press a grounded button,
Actually,
you
a
cannot block
cheapish looking reset.
Yes, unintentionally.
Yeah. That's actually unfortunate because Gavin had all rights to win the round. Gets hit by that blow again, but definitely not blocking. Urkel is just like, hey, I'm here.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, Stalker.
Hey.
Got it.
All right, just gets a full confirm off that special.
Got you.
We'll spend the arc to arrive. There we go. Spending all the meter there because there's no point in holding it. You got all your life back already?
And that's what you need to do in order to take the game. Gavin looking fairly good. Not surprised whatsoever. Unbiased commentary. Looking
At least you're letting the people know. You know, sometimes people just have a bias, but they don't tell you. And you're like, what's going on here? What's this bias going on?
I got to be honest, man.
Shield.
That goes into there. Okay.
You can actually, if you shield a moon skill in this game, any retaliation you do after shield,
It's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. They cannot shield back. So you have to keep that in mind when you see something blue.
So I actually would have liked him to use the A option and counter to the B option because he didn't get the combo follow-up.
Yep.
But everything understandable. The offense is looking a lot better, though. The confirm's looking a lot better. Stalker's trying their best in order to get their offense, but it's just not mounting properly.
All right, so set point for Gavin. Gavin's just trying to, oh God, trying to stay away from Yup. Jump
Gets
C.
dunked off the jump C.
Might spin the bar here. Nope. Air throw in there. Double jump.
Oh, yeah. Goes in for the bar check.
Yep, wake up 5A. If I'm not getting hit by something on wake up, I'm just going to hit you.
And that was a counter hit, too, so there was an anticipation of it. But that shield was forever and a half.
Yes, you can hold shield indefinitely. It's just if they do nothing, you can get checked. But
Right.
Sneaky Stalker is doing pretty well. Hey.
That's one of the things you want to see, force release. And that's a whip punish. Very good against the follow-up into the wall splat.
Might spend the last of there. Yep, there we go. Just take all the damage there.
And he has to be aware he's going to want to be able to do a force release or something like that.
Yes. So he might do dash up option select here. Let's see. Oh,
Okay, moon drive instead, and he hits it raw.
Yes, that move that Power Tail does, it has armor, but it does lose to grabs.
Right. So it's going to be one more hit. Shield drive. Yeah, shield counter.
Woo!
Yeah, and that's going to be the round.
The 2C from Stalker getting the clean confirm after.
Okay, and it looks like he's looking Predator in the night. He's stalking his prey, and hopefully he wants to get a game from that. Snatchies!
Yep, that's a high. You have to shield it high. You cannot shield that low for Coma. Wall bounce, yes. That's one of the strengths for Power TL. If she's close to the corner when that charge jump hits you, she gets a little confirm.
Okay. And Stalker, unfortunately, he said he was going to get a fade today. That's the third time I've seen him get hit with that overhead. Unfortunately so. But he gets them a check and is getting hit in the corner now. Goes with the immediate air reset grab.
No option select on that heat attempt. Oy, might spend the last of their arc drive. No. Wait. Yes, they do.
And this isn't going to kill, but it's going to bring him very close. But the good thing is that Stalker is sitting on 50% moon drive gauge, so he can make a pop. You know, he's not familiar with mix-up, but not able to do it. You got to think, like, why wasn't he able to do it there?
Yeah, because Power TL has a move. She has several moves that hit from half screen.
Right.
So if your option is to, I'm just going to press A, B, C on wake up and
she
get
can
my
literally
life
do
back.
nothing.
Like, she can just sit there, see you do it, and punish you. Or even if she decides to do the move that goes half screen, the heat won't hit her.
Right.
So she just kind of recovers, and she does it again.
Not the heat, not the force release. I was talking about the pop the moon drive,
Oh,
get
the moon
screen freeze.
Yeah,
like,
you can just do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you can just do. I mean, it's low risk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's no. Upon seeing someone use Moondrive in your half screen, there's no real risk. You're just like, all right, you're getting up, you hit Moondrive at Clash, I can respond accordingly, or I can do nothing because I'm half screen.
Yeah.
Because usually when people use Moondrive, they try to force a situation like, I don't want to block anymore, I want my turn back, and that's when you're close to each other. But if you're that far and you're just kind of baiting the reversals, you don't have to worry too much about the interactions afterwards.
Right. I feel that, but we're queuing up for our next match so far. We got Xeonis. Xeonis, I believe that's the name. They're going to correct me in a second, but we got Mike Cow going up on the screen. Again, love these multiple type Lumina player names. No, they're good.
Well, that's just their name.
No, you're fine.
That's not their name. That could just be their name.
No. That's pretty cool, but I'm excited to see, because this is going further into the bracket, and these are two names that we haven't visually seen before, so hopefully they're going to give us a sense. I don't know if you're familiar with any of these two players.
Not off the top of my head. They might be Florida locals, or they could have traveled. It is hard to keep up with a lot of people, even though I've been trying my best to watch as much of this game as possible since its release. There's a lot of information going around, because at first no one really understood how the game worked. And then over the months, we learned more and more about system mechanics, more and more about frame data, more how characters work, because a lot of people were just assuming characters like Vlad were bad, characters like Alko were not as strong,
Right.
but upon more research, you can tell each character has their own strength. And we see one of the characters on the right side that kind of got some nerfs that people said made her unplayable.
Unplayable.
However,
Unplayable.
I believe those people are not adjusting their play
They're
style.
not blocking her anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, like you're not blocking an overhead that's a little bit more seeable when you have a mental stack that high.
Yeah. And like compared to like, you know, the last game, like she, you know, it's one of those characters where you think of, okay, very tiny like hitbox body, has the best counter neutral settings, but like when she's in there, she can hit you with literally everything. And honestly, a little bit better movement, as we just saw from the dash rush over there in comparison to the last game. Gets around the screen pretty properly. And I think that's one of the things that properly were buffed about her, like, which I think movement is a very important thing in this game, but obviously, you know, knowing when and where to do it, whether it's ground or whether it's in the air, is fairly strong. Still gets hit by the over.
Well, that's a cross. That's the cross.
That's the cross.
That's the cross.
But Freudian slip.
But during the moon drive, you actually see where she's going, so you really shouldn't be getting hit by that if you have a pause that long. Spend meter. This shouldn't kill. There's a reset. Oh, hey, 2B. That's one of her really good grounded anti-air normals, even if it's kind of stubby. Oh, gets hit by 2B. Full confirm coming in from Xeonis. Spin the bar. Are you going to heat? No. Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, release. Goes into a little bit. Counters.
Yep.
Smoke right over there.
Yeah,
Not as much frames over there for the clash.
There's a throw.
That's going to be the end of the round.
You have to spend
it does
the
scale,
bar.
yeah.
That's one of the changes she got. The throw, the combo after her throw scales really heavily now.
Yeah.
However, they didn't touch anything else concerning her air normals.
Yeah.
Her grounded normals, her damage output outside her throw. She's still a very scary character. It's just two major things were kind of adjusted to be more seeable. But a lot of people said that, like, oh, she's.
Are you really gonna like see them, especially with a high mental stack, like you said?
Right.
Like,
woo. All right. So Xeonis is doing a little bit better job. Yep. Trying to
check. Steals the turn. Mikal was able to take it very successfully. Oh no! And Mikal is definitely taking a lot of damage. Xeonis is in their bag right now, kind of permanent. And that was the later version of the heat over there.
Yes, that does get out of the original option select, the 2A, 2AD. However, a lot of people aren't ready for the held version. Mix up.
Oh no, none at all.
It looks like they tried to air dash backwards, but did it too fast, so they got rising jump speed.
Okay. Kind of jockeying for position.
Hey,
non-committal. Oh, up until that counter hero over there. Goes to the moon drive. Downward shield.
That's kind of scary depending on what the Miyako does in that situation. Oh no, not blocking the air dash. No shield.
Oh no.
Just gets hit. Should be the end of the round. There we go.
A whole bunch of spaghetti sauce everywhere. Even had the moon drive freeze frame in order to react to the situation properly. So gotta be a missed input from like an anticipated shield or like a reversal or something.
Yeah, a lot of people are. It's tournament. They're still nervous. They're waking up. They were gaming too much last night. Now they have to play in bracket. They're like, oh no.
No, we got a game right now. I feel that.
All right, just trying to chase down Roa, make sure he can't get space.
Yeah.
Yup. That normal cross-up jumping from Miyako is so good because it hits both sides. It hits very low from what you can see in the air.
Right.
But Xeonis is trying to do their best. Yep, heat again, get your life back. Very safe. So now you're just playing neutral. Miyako can't really get past the lightning without committing too many air options. Hey.
And of course, there's going to be another opening coming after this confirmed because he has no meter. But one more.
Oh my God.
And this is going to sell heavily, but even still sitting on a whole bunch of bar. Oh, spends the moon skill in that case. It's not going to get the moon drive conversion, but it's not even going to matter. Those last two interactions.
And raw DP into EX afterwards. Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to show your opponent that you were willing to not block and waste your whole life away in that round.
No, bro. This is anime. You do that, that last breath you get. That's superpower.
That's not a superpower. That's called thinking without consequence.
Oh, my God. Sometimes people live their life that way.
I cannot imagine doing that myself. But Xeonis is just like, I'm out here, fam.
Sometimes you got to be out here, fam. He runs with Mike Roa, dude. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm not sure why he got crossed up into the corner, but we take those. All right, early air throw. All right, moondrive activation for Xeonis. Mikaya tried to shield, but didn't get anything and got punished instead. Spin a bar.
Sometimes you just got to say, hey, I'm doing it. And, you know, I don't care if I got punished 4 or 5 times, man. I'm doing it. Like, this is my life.
Xeonis is on match point.
Yeah, definitely on match point.
Air dash, blocks the double overhead, very nice. Roll pressure is scary.
And he was getting smoked by that the air dash scenario earlier, and it seems like he adjusted finally.
We'll see about that because honestly, blocking a roll or air dash mix-up is scary.
Yes.
Because he can delay.
Do double, delays, triple, even sometimes quadruple. You know, some of them options may be more reactable than others, but even still, it is, once you get a gauge for like how your opponent wants to defend that, then you can do other mind games from that. But backdashes that from that distance.
Double overhead again, just keeps the turn. Empty jump throw, no response. Moondrive activation, throw gets teched immediately. My goodness. Right,
and there is a better defensive adjustment that does come from Akai. And you can see him, he's constantly blocking them double overheads, trying to deal with the pressure more. But then that's when Xeonis changes it up. A little bit more throw game.
Uh-oh. All right, early air throw, wake up Moondrive, throw. Oh my god.
Bite out of crime.
All right, plus doesn't try to aggress afterwards. Oh, 5C on defense. 5C is very strong for Miyako on defense because it hits a lot of air dashes.
Right.
All right, so Xeonis gets their turn back to neutral. Clash, nothing afterwards. Cross up.
Oh, there it is. Oh, but no one for Dong. Yeah.
There's no resource. You need resources to confirm that now.
Yep.
That's one of the changes they made. So another reason a lot of Miyako players are saying this character is no longer viable.
This takes a little bit more than, mistimes the meaty though.
Uh-oh. Moondrive activation gets hit. Sometimes the best thing to do on people's activation is just press 2A once again.
There's a little audio cue that showed that there was a button being pressed, so there's confirmation that he didn't do like a button or something like that.
There's a heat. No bait.
Ooh, could have probably reacted it into a sharpened time.
Oh, he gets hit, not blocking in the air, empty jump low.
Xeonis is going to be taking it with the Mike Roa.
Yes.
Good stuff to them.
And sometimes sometimes responses in tournament is very important because depending on how you play normally, you might have to change it up because if people know who you are and have seen you play before, they'll have an idea what your defensive habits are, what you like to do on offense, but it doesn't really translate over all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people know how to adapt.
Yes.
And it's important to understand, especially with the resources in the game, you have to figure out, okay, do I use this here? Do I use heat here? Do I use Moondrive here? Do I shield? Do I reversal? Do I just not block and jump on wake up? Jumping on wake up is very strong in this game because people don't know how to BD.
Yes.
But there are a lot of aspects to how play develops over tournaments. So once we get to closer to the end of pools, we'll see more situations where people decide to, kind of gamble, quote unquote, gamble.
Yeah.
Just to say, I don't believe you know. Oh, there's Scrod again.
There you go.
Well, this is a good example of what I was talking about earlier because Scrod is very good at rotating a lot of his options when he needs to. And there's a lot of times he's just willing to down back because he doesn't have to do anything.
Right. And that's what I was saying, like, before, like, of course, like, doing, like, your risk assessment. And I'm constantly going to be calling back to that, whether depending on the situation, depending on what you need at the time. And Scrod, like, even if he doesn't necessarily have a situation where he placates the system mechanics, he can defend strongly. Even though he does get hit off of the counter hit jump C over to the B over there, like, it's still going to be a point where you're going to see him counteract a lot of things. Oh, but that was one overhead into the low right over there. Gets checked.
All right, punch stun comes in, helps Scrod put Xeonis in the corner.
Goes for the throw. This is where you're going to see the axe set up. Goes with the meaty that time. Tried to check him.
Yes. Jumping there is not good because you get hit low. And even if you block, the axe is in the air. It has so much block stun.
Yep. It'll just pull you down and put you in, like, air blockable traps. Like, you definitely don't want to be dealing with that.
Yes. And it's also important to remember that if you don't hit the nuns as they emerge with their attack, they still go through anyway.
They will smoke you, yep.
As you saw right there, Axe Nun did take the heat activation.
Yep.
So that's more aspects to them. They can eat hits that normally Mario wouldn't have to worry about.
Oh my God, Xeonis was in a boxing ring. He was getting just ganged up on backwards and forward, man. And ganged up by the church.
Yeah, you could tell he's not familiar with what this character does because it requires you to understand if the nun comes out at a certain time, there's a cooldown. They can't act right away.
Right.
You just have to contest with Mario himself afterwards, like right there.
Right.
So we're going to get a nice confirm.
And it was a very nice contention, over there. It's going to go into the confirm. Nice defense. Wait.
Yes.
That was a tricky, I could see there were certain options where he would want to hold that in that setting. Probably wanted to respect, like, a potential, like, BC or something like that, but...
And that's another thing. When you interact with Shield, you have to look at the opponent's moon gauge to see if they have the 50 available for BC. Oh, hey, there's the immediate heat. Scrod's trying to win this round.
Tag, but contains him in the corner over there. Gets the confirm off of the nun right there. So great. This is somebody who has such an awareness of the character's tools in the scenario. I seen him hit that certain conform off of there. Gets that meaty over there, the disgusting stuff. Oh, yeah. Doesn't know there's a follow-up that can come from there.
Yes. And this character is right now a huge knowledge check for, I'd say, 90% of the community.
Yes.
Because they see him, they're like, oh, he's cool, but you really, if you play against someone half as good as Scrod, this will still look similar.
Right.
Because there are a lot of, okay, Sword Nun's right there, but you have to jump over, you have to shield her, but you have...
okay, well, there's one.
See? You can, as long as you hit Punch Nun, Sword Nun, a pole arm nun before they activate, you're fine. But it requires you to be fast. And a lot of people don't have those reflexes.
But as we go into like doing this bracket and having the sense of like a tournament player, it was good on Xeonis from actually having that, okay, I'll try this out. I'll actually observe the situation, test it, you know, and that was very risky. If they didn't know, maybe they were privy to the knowledge, as he does lose a round. But it's one of those things where like if you don't have it or like have it studied, because the character is still relatively new and was just released, it's a risk to even test those things out rather than blocking it out. So I can kind of see why you would respect certain things, but you have to try something.
All right. A couple more
pressure, reversal.
Hey, DP, XDP gets a confirm afterwards.
And even still, that reversal is something that you want to establish that, hey, I'm not going to take this forever. But it was still a risk, and it did work out in that setting. Fortunately, not getting the momentum that he thought he would have gotten from that setting. And that's one of the... Man, Scrod is so good.
Yep. He knows that as long as he performs jump C and presses D right after, he gets an option select for most reversals, and he keeps his turn. So we're going to do it one more time. Blocked by Xeonis. Has to be careful.
He did kind of learn his lesson. That was a nice RA2B check right over there. That was very good, taking it off the slick set.
Heat. There we go. Get your life back. Keep pressure.
Oh,
moon
skill version.
Yeah, so if it clashed with anything, Scrod could still move, spend meter, and this round is over.
Definitely over. Nice into the double super.
All right, Scrod doing his best to speed run his pool to get to top 24. So he only has to play. If he's still in winners, I believe he only has to play either two or three more times to make top 8. So so he can be ready for Sunday morning. Melty Blood top 8 is Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So
I believe it's at 11 because it is in the arena.
Oh, thank God. We can all sleep another hour. Because Lord knows we anime players need to sleep another hour. Oh, man.
No. Don't need rest.
Don't need rest? Sleeping a little bit more is good for some players because they're like, oh, man, it's 10 a.m. I can't hit my confirms. Oh, man. Then, they, you tell them, oh, your pool is at 2 p.m. They show up at 2 p.m. Oh, man, I can't believe it's at 2 p.m. I can't hit my confirms.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be ready 24/7, 365, you guys. But I'm glad you guys came over. The CEO, we are here at #CEO 2022.
Yep.
A great event that we're having so far, and competitors that are coming up on the screen. And bro, we talked about this name earlier, and they place relatively high at Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good in another fighting game. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called
Tekken 7. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen them play Tekken 7 for like the last 5 years. And
Right,
be one of the top players in America.
Right.
But it's good to see players come over from other games.
Oh, yeah.
Because it shows that their fighting game prowess is very strong. Their capability of learning system mechanics very quickly is apparent. And honestly, I wasn't ready for Shadow to pick Saber because they played Dead Apostle Noel a few months ago. But I guess they made the switch over because the character's probably simpler and fits their playstyle of being patient, getting the big hit, and forcing a bunch of mix-ups.
Yeah, I definitely see that from that setting, but again, you already know, unbiased commentary, you already know who I'm rooting for, but no, it's already cool. As we see that Shadow 20Z gets to confirm off the Saber, puts him towards the corner. After dancing around for a little bit. Pops the Moon Drive immediately. Okay, I hope the assessment, it was pretty good, and it's looking like it's kind of wasted. As the gauge is winding down, it's going to be out of a resource. As the second opening, and because it's Saber, it takes one more opening. Oh, it gets hit by the second hit of the overhead. This looks like it's going to be cleaning the round, sitting over at least with 2 bars. And that's going to be, oh, no, not yet.
Didn't want to spin second bar. Clash throw?
No, he held it, though.
He didn't throw the shield. It's okay, though. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, so Shadow is in a very commanding position. Gavin would need 1 clean hit. Oh, he needs to stop doing that jump shield, though, because when you do jump shield and you land, you have an additional 12 frames of landing recovery, and they're all counter hit state.
Yeah.
So
I get the idea. You want to deal with like these jump bar normals. You know, it's kind of hard for you to deal with in neutral, but that's definitely a risk because they could do nothing, and then you could just get smoked anyway.
Right. Because, that's a punish, but that's not the punish you want on a moon scale when you shield it. So it seems like Gavin is autopiloting, not paying attention. But Shadow's doing pretty well so far. Hey, wait, is the round? No, it's not over, but it's close.
Getting close, though. Unfortunately, got it. An unfortunate hit in that setting. Goes for the arc drive. And this is what the Not the ones that like hurt, but like I definitely would have anticipated it would have killed there. Risky plucky.
All right,
I understand it, but don't get hit from there.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Gavin's like, I dare you to press the button.
Okay.
All right, gets a clash on the 2A, just smashes 2A.
Gonna need a little bit more opening than that in order to make sense out of it.
That's air unblockable.
Can't be doing that, and it's gonna go for a confirm. Setting towards a little bit more of a meter, gets the first bar. Oh no, there was I can't follow up from that.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe Gavin ran that all the way back, and it looked like Shadow was unaware of what powered CL does in a couple of situations.
Yes.
So that unfamiliarity might be his
His downfall, like in that setting, it depends on where it goes. But no, it's okay, bro. We're sitting here. It's not even noon yet. You're good. This bracket's got to be. Oh my God, he literally did the delay when he literally blocked and looked.
You saw him wait too.
Yeah, definitely could have had a reaction to that. As he confirms into the arc drive, tries to cash out the damage a little bit earlier, goes into the knockdown. I still think this is a round that Shadow can make this comeback. Goes with a knowledge check with the low. Yeah, definitely he favors the B option off of the shield a lot.
And you should be able to react to what they're doing as opposed to autopiloting.
Yeah.
But there's a reset again. Shadow pops Moondrive. He doesn't want to pop Heat. He wants to see what's going on. This is kind of scary. But you can see Gavin's just kind of betting a lot more with low shield, as you can see right there.
Yeah.
And that moon skill isn't overhead, so you have to shield it high.
Unfortunately, he blocked from that setting, went from the 2A, probably defaulted into either mashing 2A. Oh, no! And that's the throw.
That, unfortunately, is not a setup where Saber is allowed to heat after spending an EX. So you have to do there's a combo she can do where she spends no meter, she gets to heat safely and push you full screen. But it looks like Shadow didn't realize what was going on there. So Gavin goes up 1-0. And it really looks like there's a lot of unfamiliarity.
Yeah, unfamiliar. I was just about to say, like, definitely where to position themselves, where to block.
Right.
There's definitely some call-outs he's trying to make from neutral. Unfortunately, Gavin went for the backdash order there and did get swept by the button. If he would have represented one of those half-screen normals that he would have said, it probably would have smoked Shadow on the approach, but that's where he's sacrificing it. Goes for the immediate jump.
Overhead.
Overhead! No, and then again, I mean, we saw the last opponent get smoked by that as well, but, like, again, that's definitely, if you're familiar with the character, like, you got to see the check once more. Save for that.
All right, he tried to moondrive through the 2C and then shield it, but the active frame, the invulnerability frames from moondrive kind of just like went through it without him realizing.
Oh, that's going to be a fatal counter. That was a nice confirm off of that. Gets the straight hit. And I know he's going to go into the level 1. There's going to be one more hit. He's not sitting on gauge, not sitting on anything that he will need. Run up throw.
All right,
it's nice to run back this time. Pops it. Goes for the air hit. Try to press the button Shadow 20s he did. I don't know what he would press from that range in that situation that would have been applicable to
charge jump C.
Charge jump C, bro.
Yeah, because if it clashes with something, you kind of see what's going on.
I kind of see, but like from the range that like he was coming at, like I don't know if it would have like guaranteed him a hit or anything like that.
Oof.
Oh my God.
So unfortunately, Shadow looks like he's really, oh God, just a blood heat retaliation. That is a very risky shield to do in that situation.
Yes.
Because Shadow can just shield back. He's going to blow that meter? No.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to take the use out of it though. But gets hit on the ground with the lows. I was stunned. It was unfortunate that he wasn't caught blocking low from there. Yeah.
That's one of the better factors to playing Saber. She doesn't really need to be on top of you to force you to block something because the charge MC is so huge.
Yes.
Double overhead. Yep. Too high in the air though.
It's the counter throw though.
Low shield.
Oh
boy. Ah boy. Ah boy. Oh no. Oh no. You hate to see it. All right. It says player 1, so that is on Gavin's side. So unfortunately, since this is a major, there is a set rule for this, so hopefully the players don't just play it out. There is a rule, and it should be enforced. There should be a head TO somewhere. Oh, they're going to play it out? Where's my head TO? Oh, they're playing it out? Head TO, where are you? They're playing it out. All right, that's cool, I guess.
I think we're going to have like an idea of what's going to be happening in a second as we transition over to the match.
Seems like. All right, so I guess it works out for Shadow anyway. He gets the round because I believe you lose a round off of that.
Yeah. So we'll see how it progresses over from there. As they're going into the game, again, we'll get official ruling details in a second as we go from the game. But they're all trying to get in front of each other, get a gauge of where to move. It seems that Shadow is actually trying to make an informed decision on where to move. That carried all the way to the corner.
Yes. Her charge jump C. If you're near the corner, you wall bounce. She has to confirm if she's close enough.
Oh, but gets hit by the blicky.
All right, next confirm should do it. Doesn't bait the heat quite well from Gavin, but he's still in the, well, good control. Overhead.
Oh, dude. You got to watch that noggin.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
There we go.
No, he literally did the standing shield, held up as he came down,
and then he did it
held
again.
the standing shield, did it again. Woo!
But what's good about Shadow there is he didn't press a button. He punished accordingly, and he punishes the low shield with his overhead.
Okay.
Get
Gavin looking like a little bit unstable at the moment. Of course, they're both not sitting on moon gauge. Oh, again, was not aware, you know, whether it's like the situational awareness or the reaction that's going to be coming through, and that's going to go into the damage. And I got to say, this is going to be taking the round and the... Oh, no. Again, James saying myself all the time. Grabs him out of the overhead attempt.
Whew, that wake-up throw was terrifying.
Literally doesn't have to overextend here to go for the full release. Not going to do it.
Yeah, as long as
not aware, yeah.
He knows it. Oh boy.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a problem. But drops the pickup from there.
Doesn't punish
does a reversal. That's gonna be a fatal counter hit. Sitting on 2 bars. He's gonna be able to kill if he converts into the. Oh my god.
Very nice from Shadow. All right, so he kept his composure there. There were some misplays as are gonna happen in tournament.
Yeah.
Sometimes players just have the right idea and it turns into the wrong idea. Oh.
And the momentum was shifted off from there. And apparently there was a...
This is round start, so what they should do is go back into character select and kind of just make sure that...
Yeah.
Go back to character select? Go back to character select?
Yeah, I feel like this needs to... Oh, they're not going to problem solve it. Okay, I mean, they're going to let it rock from there. Hopefully that's not going to turn into an internal issue.
Hey, charge MC beats charge MC. You love to see it.
Play it again.
Shadow's in a good spot here. He has to worry about Gavin's moon skill on wake up. Does it clash? Nope.
Okay.
Wake up heat doesn't want to block.
Doesn't want to block it. Deals with it early. Gets the follow up from it. Knocks him over there.
Yes, that move is air unblockable from Power TL, so you have to be careful about how you fly in the air. Overhead.
Oh, overhead. Okay. Oh yeah. Shadow 20Z definitely has to do just a little bit of checks out, but also has to be able to willing to test himself out in certain situations with react.
Guard break, no confirm.
Forced into the air to block it, got on the ground first and was able to get the ground unblockable.
No!
Oh, there we go.
And you know what's funny? Gavin still did the wrong thing.
Still did the B.
Yeah. You can literally shield someone's heat. You can shield someone's heat and then like recover
and wait and then punish them as they go on the ground. Yes.
So now Gavin pops Moondrive to get a mix-up, but doesn't get anything out of it. So now they won't have Moondrive for the next interaction.
But does get the whip punish off of there, trying to anticipate the C.
All right, we're just chilling. Gavin has in a decent spot. Shadow's trying to figure out how to fight this character. Probably never really played against Power TL. And honestly, when you go into a tournament, you have to figure out, all right, what haven't I fought before? What do I need to get ready for?
There we go. Went for the A option. Finally gets the full, the nice big boy damage combo. And the benefit of that is, like, unless, you know, the B hits as a counter hit, you're not going to get the pop-up into the full confirm that you usually get before. So it's nice to optimize after that counter RPS situation. And that was a counter hit right over there. Oh, drops the confirm, though. Sitting on 2 bars. I guarantee you get the next hit.
Hey, unblockable.
And he doesn't need it. Just knowledge checks him with the unblockable low. And Gavin is going to be taking it over Shadow 20Z. Yep. Multiple type Lumina pools bracket. Again, a little bit sticky, a little bit, you know, things that I guess you're seeing, but there's a lack of knowledge on one player side, and of course there was also some habitual things. You know, that I think he probably needs to get out of the habit of doing, you know, with the B option. You know, the kind of pseudo Dragon Ball vanish, you know, off the shield option. But you know, definitely unfamiliarity. Confidently, I can say with Shadow 20Z, whether you know how to approach your neutral, how to deal with like the mid-range, you know, buttons. And of course, like in a matchup like that, I can see that being like a problem. Yeah. Shadow, again, did have certain opportunities, but there were certain drops that he had in those opportunities. I remember that one where he could have potentially closed the round where after he hit the super, after Gavin was trying to be all scrambly, he missed it. He hit like a 2B. He usually wants to go up and do the dash and hit the 2B and then go up and follow.
Yeah, he didn't get the dash there.
He didn't get the dash there. So it does happen, you know, it's tournament. And like we said before, Shadow 20Z, not a stranger to the high-level competition, not just in second, but in multiple type Lumina, placed fairly high. I think actually got 13th place. And again, not his day. Switched over to characters, you know, usually runs with the VTuber Noel, or I like to call Noel Delphine, but I shouldn't say that on stream. But I shouldn't say that on stream. But no.
You just call her Data Pasta Noel. Just say the whole name. It doesn't hurt. Say more words is usually a good thing sometimes. So, hopefully we'll see Shadow either later in the pool, or if he manages to advance to top 20, well, to like top 48 or whatever later today, we'll see that. Because there's still going to be more Melty Blood on this channel. Don't go anywhere if that's what you want to see. But up next, we have Death Gun versus Defiant.
Hell yeah. So definitely, we saw Death Gun a little bit earlier. Was not able to come a little bit forward, and we've seen Defiant. I saw Defiant's name in the bracket, and they were actually like top seeded out, like to be like in the pool and everything. And I guess you guys are going to be seeing why. Just excited to see what they're going to be doing from a point. This is, like I said, this is going to be one of those brackets where like a lot of the usual suspects aren't present, and then you're going to see a lot of the the rising ones or the people that have been grinding, showing what they can do from that setting. But we're doing a little bit of a check, testing them buttons. You see that they're just tapping and mashing.
You know what's funny is that because you have to set your buttons in, you can set your buttons at character select. When you press those buttons, that means they work.
Right.
So I don't think we need to do this.
Dude, we're at a point in 2022 where multiple fighting games do this.
Yes.
But I just think it's the time-honored tradition. You want to get the feel of it. You want to get the. Okay, it's very tedious and unnecessary.
Because there's loading times, bro. you haven't got rid of loading time except for right here. Melty Blood's loading time is pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Q went back into it. As the players are going around each other, Defiant going to be running with the Blob, Archangel, Death Gun, going back to the Micro that we saw in the first game of Winners.
All right, shield. Nice. Air shield is very susceptible to, if you do nothing, you still have those landing recovery frames, so you have to be careful.
But off of that interaction, that actually put him in the air and made him recover longer, so he was able to shield that to cancel.
All right, so Death Gun gets immediate.
Immediate early heat off of that. It's a shorter heat due to the lack of meter that was there at the time. It's not going to be able to have access to that. Right, did not need to use that force release there in time. Fairly unfortunate. That's going to be a little bit advantageous.
And you see Defiant just doing low shield, but Death Gun committed to nothing. Was trying to see what happens. Shield BC. He gets hit by jump C. Nothing.
Plus frames. Going to have to deal with it.
Makes the throw.
Shimmy.
So, sometimes versus characters similar to Roa, they can float in the air right above you, and you think it's time to throw, but since throw is really hard to react to in this game, it just turns into a pure guess.
So at that point, one of the unique things about Melty, like you'll see a traditional like shimmy, like a walk forward and walk back, and that's possible. I think it's the IED. That's possible in this game, but a lot of the tactics I see, because air dash backwards is so like stubby, a lot of people will do that. They'll do the instant, then they'll do IED back, and then they'll hit the whip punish off of that. You get the jump normal positive bonus in the combo, but I don't even think that's going to matter as Defiant gets the double super.
That is a little bit tough to do because you have to delay your second set of fireballs. But if you do it correctly, you do get a nice confirm like that.
And Defiant showing why, he's channeling his inner Shaq with the Icy Hot change. Now, Blob gets the actual buff of like being into ice form when he does lose the round. And the strength of that is that he's able to get into better like carpets, off of the ice tunnel and stuff like that. Better damage and confirms. A larger frame of projectiles in order to go through. As he tried to punish with the full screen super, did not work out in that setting as he recovered too early.
All right, Defiant should be able to get the third bar. Art drive, very nice.
Make sure you get them kills. There we go.
So when you're Roa and you use 236C from full screen like that, you have to be confident that you see your opponent throw out a fireball and you have the reactions to buffer your super like that.
Right.
So if you're a little bit too slow, you will get beat out. And also if they have access to Moondrive, they can Moondrive whatever they whip. So honestly, Defiant right there should have just popped Moondrive and forced Death Gun to use his Moondrive to be safe.
I feel that, man.
So it becomes this whole thing of, if you're going to throw out this thing from full screen, you better be ready to react to me getting ready to punish you. All right, dash forward, block the
try to shimmy again. But just get counter poke with the 2B. And that's going to be a full combo in there. You know how ballsy that was for him in order to do that? Goes with it.
Shield. Nice punish.
Nice. Countering over the C, but drops it and gets punished for his efforts.
It's still early. We almost pieced everything to punish after Moondrive activations, but we'll get there one day.
One day. Goes in.
All right, so Defiant being careful, just trying to get their life back. Death Gun kind of cornered them. Oh, my God.
Gets hit by the last hit of that carpet over there off the super.
All right, gets tagged by lightning. 4 BC doesn't hit from Roa, and Defiant just full jumps over it. And that's one of the things about fighting Blob is that you can kind of change up if you're full screen, you're being really aggressive in someone's face. BC, you're out.
All right, we're all out there, but gets hit by the back dash.
Yep. All right, launcher. Not on the block on wake up. Let's see what Death Gun does. Wake up shield, doesn't really get anything off of it. And now has to be, just pulls up at half screen, gets his advantage range.
Shield wars, shield,
Yeah, that's how I know a lot of people are just kind of defaulting to shield as opposed to disengaging, immediately pressing BC. Just still on the beginner steps of shield.
That was one of the more tame ones. Like I've seen people go for a lot more aggressive like BC options or like try to launch with like A.
Right, because more advanced players are trying to disengage afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, wait. All right, Fatal, no clash. Should be at the end of the round.
Oh, this should be the end of the round.
Nice. Good confirm from Destinite.
Really good.
All right, 2-0. Very clean.
All right. That was a defiant victory in that sense. Hi, Mom.
I don't know if I want my
unique.
mom knowing that I'm in a gaming tournament.
Yeah. I mean, my parents know I'm in a gaming tournament. They watch
Damn,
my commentary
really?
all the. They watch my commentary all the time. They're like, "Hey, baby, you look good on screen. You know, you're playing that." They don't have no idea what's happening in the game. Especially, I don't show them multiplayer.
But you show them Street Fighter?
I'll show them like
Dragon
Grand
Ball?
Blue. Yeah, I'll show them like
You show them Grand Blue?
Yeah.
Grand Blue's, they got supers where people are in the moon and stuff.
Yeah, but like, 60% of the cast isn't like female characters. So
I guess. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't do. I just tell my parents like, hey, I'm going to Florida. I'll see you later. Like, if you call me, I'll call back as soon as I can. I'm going to Florida. See you later.
They're just thinking you're about to do a whole bunch of debauchery. You're just talking there, commentating, fighting games.
I'm just playing video games.
Right, there you go.
I don't need to be going out and beach in Florida. That's scary. Outside is scary.
There's a beach right outside this venue. It's a beautiful location we have here up in Ocean Center. Thank you guys for watching us for #CEO 2022, man. Multi-blood type Lumina bracket as we're going into the first portion of pools. Now, as we're getting flowing into the bracket, we do have more returning names coming back. One of them is going to be Stalker, as we just saw earlier, and it's going to be versus Aber. Am I saying that right? Aber?
Aber?
Yeah.
A bear?
A bear.
A bear. I mean, you would put a space there. You put some sort of notification that there's a gap. So some people with names, they like to be creative.
Yes.
So they're just like, it's wordplay, it's cool. And I'm like, nah, we're fighting game players. We don't have creativity. we're brash. We don't have any of that.
It happens, man.
So sometimes, but not really.
Hey, so I used to be like this Yu-Gi-Oh player when I was younger, and I thought it was cute. Like, hey man, why not play my name? I'm Abdul. Government. Abdul. Time to duel. Yeah, I thought it was cute back then.
Right.
Thought, like,
oh, okay. That's cool. That's a nice play on words. You're not really using your actual name.
There you go.
But there's a lot of people just like they use their name or something akin to their name.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's cool. You got it being a little bit creative. But then sometimes you get overlapping names.
Yeah.
Or names that other people kind of share.
Yeah.
Then it becomes confusing. You don't want that. All right. So once again, button check. It looks like it's gonna be Roa versus CL. Again, this is one of those matchups where both characters have a good sense of being able to throw out projectiles.
Yes.
It's hard to fight each other because you pull up at a certain position on screen, then you're just like, all right, are you going to throw your projectile?
Yeah.
Am I going to throw mine?
And even at like certain positions, they can throw some as like certain angles. Because like I said before, CL can do things at a diagonal one. And she can do one straightwards.
Yeah.
Roa can kind of do that too from like a mid-screen. You could either do diagonal lightning or you could do one sideways. So it's kind of tricky how they navigate. Well, I don't even have to question that anymore. We're just going to have Stalker coming up with the coma.
All right, Coma Charge 2C does have armor. This character has a lot of armor on his moves, so in order to break them, you have to do an EX move or you have to press heat.
Right.
That's the only way to break them, or throw, depending on if he's in the air or not. Plus frames on the EXDV.
Right. Goes for the plus frames, get the scoop
Another
again.
unblockable.
Yeah.
So this character is, I don't want to say a knowledge check, but situations like those, if you see that flash, you need to have some sort of reaction to say, I need to get out of here right now. I don't want to be here, like right there.
And you'll see traditionally certain characters in the game. Nice. That's one of those with the backdash. That's actually a more committal one, like to actually jumping and stuff like that. That's actually interesting.
There's a wake up DP.
And
punish.
that's going to be a clean punish.
All right, let's see if a bear knows the confirmed heat. There we go. Very nice. Get your life back. Be careful.
Oh, gets the BC follow-up, though, and was able to do like a low shield off of that stagger projectile throw.
Yes.
Cognizant of the situation that happened for it. That was an early call out, but very lucky that it hit from there.
All right, so you can see Stalker is just running with, I'm going to press the C button and hold it a lot and see what your response is.
Oh, he's definitely trying to condition the opponent to be like, okay, I should definitely be pressing buttons here. And when you go to an option so well, even if like you get punished like that, it could be a form of conditioning in and of itself. It's very risky to do that, and I don't think that's a long-term plan in order to commit to. But like, it's definitely a strategy I see from the onset, to just get a feel of what your opponent will allow and won't allow. But again, it's very risky.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a long-term plan you want to do for very long, but if it's like a first game thing for a player you haven't played or you feel like this opponent is going to be free to it, then like I definitely get you doing that. And it's going to be, but definitely aware.
Yep.
But that type of stuff is going to start happening, and that's where it's going to need to adjust from there. Oh my God, he just did it.
Wake up EX command grab. It does have some invulnerability frames,
Yes.
so it goes through a couple of buttons in the air. Or on the ground even. Rising jump A from Bear. Shield
Nice.
BC, bye, I'm out of here. Moon
Oh,
skill.
what a kiss.
It trades, it's cool. We still have a life lead.
That's
Just
the
don't
thing.
get hit by overhead. Plus frames. All right,
All
decides to take their turn back with
Yeah,
heat. Spin
I
meter.
kind of agree with that. That's going to be heat throw, level 1, goes into the OTG, but no, not enough.
They were just waiting to block so they could press heat.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't disagree with that heat pile.
Not
That
ready.
was a delay VC.
That actually is not a punish.
Right.
Because you delayed so much, they can actually shield back in time
Right.
and then retaliate with whatever. Run under? Oh.
Probably just tagged him off of any type of forward movement. Now, that was actually a punish into the counter.
Yes, you can see a bear wasn't ready to press BC or shield
Right.
themselves. Oh, air throw reset. Yeah, you got to be ready when you tech to hold forward so that people just don't try to put you in a situation where you stay in the corner, you have no real escape. You just eat an air throw, but you can tech air throws in this game.
Yeah.
That's one of the changes they made, so you can tech them, but people are still acting like air throws aren't techable because normal throws are hard to tech in this game.
Right.
All right, OTG string doesn't get the last set of knives, almost got punished, still got hit anyway.
That's very unfortunate. Goes up, gets grabbed, goes up in the air. Okay. Has to deal with the pressure once more. Woo! Nice. Takes the counter for, trying to steal the frames right over there. But like I said before, the first step of what Stalker was doing, he's actually conditioned him to press buttons in that setting. I actually want to see the counterplay to that if there's any. If he has to continue like a stagger, comes into a certain move.
Ooh. And you can see a bear is not really used to fighting this character because Stalker is getting away with a lot of just shields and a lot of, like in that situation, they whipped something, they pressed shield, they thought it's a way to get their turn back, but not really. Because if a bear is more apt at noticing that flash, they can say, oh, that's a shield, I'll respond accordingly.
There you go.
All right, back to round
the pressure.
2.
Woo! It's a whole bunch of respect for this pressure that's going on there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Bear's not doing flash kick or rising jump A to contest that space.
Yeah.
There we go, like right there. So you have to be careful. Any gap, Stalker's willing to hold the D button or pick a reversal.
Yeah.
And honestly, having to have your pressure shielded is not that scary. Getting hit by DP is usually scary. Like right there.
Oh my gosh. Again, I got hit again. And yeah, I got to think you got to commit to the arc drive. Okay, goes for the 1, believes in the round.
I'm waiting for it. Oh, there's the up back. No!
Like I said, you've already done the light. You've already done the heavy lifting.
All right, Abir has to be careful because Stalker's going to force more shield like that. Hey,
demon flip.
Small charge. Reversal.
Just does it again. Is he going to do it? Oh, okay.
Just
I would have been so scared if he did it again. I would have been so scared if he ran up and just did it again. I don't know, man. Sometimes Coma players be acting like jerks, man.
Kinda, a little bit. A little bit, kinda, not really. Oh, yeah, all right, gets away from the charge 5C unblockable.
I'll tell you what, the Coma players I play, they act like jerks, man.
The thing is, they play this character in a way where you're constantly using your charge C normals to force interactions.
Yes.
It's smart because it requires your opponent to understand how that mechanic of the game works.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know how armor works.
It's a literally empty jump command grab. What?
Wait, all right. My turn. No full jump in command throw.
There you go. There you go. Oh, my God. Please don't do it again.
All right. We're just out here, I guess. We're out here with the falling shields.
Oh, man. Didn't respect the plus frames off of that jump. Number goes into the immediate confirm. Knockdown. And that's one of the really good tools I like from CL. As you can go for, like, the disjointed, like, meaty projectile.
Yep.
Nice. Stalker. It definitely in his name, pursued his prey and went for the air jump to conceal the game again from that round. Very good stuff. As I was saying, a common player that I see that's in my local, and he was actually, he performed fairly well at Combo Breaker, was Hanma. He's a common player.
Yeah,
and
his play is very clean. He understands the strengths of his character.
Yes.
He has good knowledge of the game.
Yes.
A lot of his interactions
Yes.
are very calculated. Sometimes he feels like he has to force something, which is okay. You don't want to play.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes throwing your opponent off with weird decisions is a strategy. But then everything else about him, he's a very solid player because he comes from the same area as Matt Coma.
Yep.
And Matt Coma is also known as one of the old school fighting game players. Very calculated, doesn't want to force scrambles. So when you play someone like Matt Coma, you kind of have to develop ways to break
like
that
my training
defense.
Nice.
You're all from the MDVA area.
Yep.
You're all known for having a cohesive scene in
Yes.
anime and also in other standard fighting games as well. So it's good to see that you guys are out here playing well. And I'm hoping that more people can show up for other majors, preferably EVO.
Yeah.
EVO would be a nice a nice gathering of strong players,
Yes.
but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens over there. But we have a decent gathering of pretty good players right over here. Definitely good on soccer for being able to consolidate that, move on to the next round. We're focusing a lot more on our losers portion of it, but now we have on the screen Blessed versus Cho over here. And again, haven't seen much of these players. I think I've seen one of Blessed before. Relatively solid, but excited to see what the pick is going to be.
So far, we've seen a bunch of CL, a bunch of Coma, a bunch of Roa, a couple of Vlavs, 1 or 2 Maids players. So we're kind of getting into that point where people are picking what they like as opposed to, I'm just playing the stuff that's really strong. When spoiler, the whole game, I'd say almost all the cast strength is relative to each other, very close.
Yes.
There's a couple outliers. Some characters are stronger than others, but that's a fighting game. That's going to happen.
Obviously. You know, people are going to optimize, you know, what's the most effective, what's the most efficient.
Yeah.
And the game is ever growing, and, you know, one of the great things, you know, I mean, in the history of every fighting game ever is that, you know, the more time you get with it, the more you get to unpack this baby, you know, actually uncover, you know, what's the things. And, you know, I'm curious about to see the characters that aren't touched as much, but Hisui was a character that a lot of people were talking about earlier in the life of the game, you know, as like, oh, better made, you know, fairly cool. And you'll see a couple of things like certain setups with the bento, you know, 5C and jump 5C, like, is literally one of the god buttons.
Hey, all right. Less contesting with 2B there, doesn't get a full confirm. And Cho playing Tono, that combo didn't really, it was a small reset, but we take those. EXD Pander. Tono probably the poster boy for this game. He's Mr. MC. Double Moondrive BC? No. The stand shield? Hey, Vanish B hits. And Tech Moonskill Ladle.
One of the strong players I saw, you know, with Tono earlier, I don't know if you know Red, was actually running the character. Yeah, actually won NEC last year. Showed a lot of like how solid fundamentals with the character can actually work. Had good amounts of stagger pressure with the slide. I think Tono, man.
I definitely think he, at a base level, very strong.
Yeah.
He does almost everything very well. Oh my god, be careful about falling into the cake.
You tried to warn him. You tried.
Double jump, didn't punish the low shield.
Headbutt.
Oh, no.
So what?
Yeah, if you low shield reversals, if you low shield anything that has invul like a DP, and you do nothing, they have to recover normally.
No, I know that.
Oh.
I was just, the fortitude in order to, like, do that?
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people would do Vanish or immediate launcher or immediate BC. So knowing that you have certain options to punish things without committing to a follow-up, very important in this game.
Okay, I don't know why he has the L in his name, because that was the best read ever. Like, in order for you to be cognizant of that, he was far from any L over there, but Bless was performing very good in that setting.
I dash up low, 2B gets hit by low shield.
Nice.
All right, so Chobe is doing very well this round. BC? No BC.
No,
doesn't have access to it. Throw.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. When you are in the air, a lot of people like to do anti-air shields, which is not a real thing.
Yeah.
Because if you just see the shield on the way down, you just do nothing. Yeah. You just fall and you're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Spends meter on big cake there. Moondrive activation, Moonskill DP confirmed.
Gets him on the back step.
Punish?
Oh,
not
decides
really
to not
punish.
decides to, instead of actually whip punish, you know, actually go for the run-up throw. I mean, it would have got like a bento setup, but unfortunately it doesn't break out in that setting.
Oh my god. Alright, wake up throw. Doesn't get punished.
Having a picnic at the park.
Uh-oh. Hey, air dash jump B. Let's go. Big confirm. Just kidding.
But yeah, just kidding.
And for some reason, Tono's 2B is considered one of the best grounded normals in the game because it actually hits a lot of characters' low air dashes.
Right.
When I don't think any other button in the game does. There's a few buttons in the game that do it, but not as consistent as Tono's. His 2B hits twice. Both hits are a low. Before in the previous game, the first hit was a mid, the second hit was a low.
Right.
Now in this game, you have to block low twice. And it does chip because Tono's knife normals do chip.
Right.
Even though they're just normals. So that's more MC privilege, in case y'all didn't know. So if you're an MC, you have some sort of privilege.
There you go, though. As he gets dunked off the counter hit off the jump in, goes for the pressure. III block strings. Says he doesn't want to deal with it early.
There's the most shielding.
Oh, man.
All right, backs off. Chobe doing well. Doesn't get hit by Bento because she hit Sui in time.
Yep.
Oh, no!
No!
All right, so during all those clash frames, Bless actually could have shielded the moon skill and punished accordingly, but they did their own moon skill, so they didn't get it.
Especially because it came after that charge normal right over there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Look, and I was just saying before, man, like, that's the god normal. Oh my god.
Too early on the option select there.
Oh, can say with the counter hit, trying to do it. And a typical option that you can go from there, when you do the counter shield, after you get shielded, B does lose to, like, because the shield is behind them.
Yes. So typically when people, oh, that's a punish. Shielding moon skills is a free punish. You don't have to worry about any retaliation. Oh no, can't be dropping combos. Shields the projectile. Be careful.
Oh, no. He didn't expect him to move from that setting. Did he sacrifice the round? No, he didn't. Moon drive, gets the whip throw, didn't punish, gets hit again. What is going on?
Bless tried to do air throw there after moon drive, like rising air throw, but that if you whiff air throw in the game, you have, guess what, landing recovery.
Yeah.
So you can be punished for that. So you have to be very apt in knowing this air throw is going to hit or else you will die.
Oh my god.
Wake up moon drive.
Goes for the reversal air throw, puts it back in the corner.
Gets a 2A nothing, keeping pressure. Not ready for the slide.
Went in Hisui's DM, said, hey, I like it.
That forward tech could have got punished, but we're okay. Low shield, no retaliation after. Low shield again.
Okay.
2A.
Nice.
All right, let's see if Chobe decides to spend meter here. Yeah, there we go. 236C. Left, right incoming. Same side.
Same side, goes in.
He can actually do left, right, high, low.
Yes.
So it's something that's very important, but I see a lot of Tonos just do the left, right. All right.
Actually very important, but like, it shouldn't release the bag so quickly. You know, you gotta be able to test out things.
You go layer 0.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't go to the very peak. You have to show them, hey, can you block this simple thing? No,
right.
cool. I'll
run that. Yeah. You gotta teach them slow.
All right, this is side to spin meter. Oh boy.
Okay, that was a counter moon drive back. Makes that safe. All right, goes for the ay. So we got Alpha 3000 in here. Oh god, VC back makes it safe, but counteracts it with the shield low. And just a little bit overzealous on committing to that shield option right over there. Very unfortunate.
All right.
Oh, that was hard. That was.
He didn't even that. He didn't do a real combo.
Oh,
please. You did the hard thing and then you dropped the easy thing.
And this is real though. Oh no, it's not. I lied.
All right, Tono Gaming. Good punish. Yeah, anytime you see Tono do that slash from mid-screen, because it's air unblockable, it's just Tono Gaming. Hey, all right, back dash to the 2C. Shield. Ooh.
Gosh.
All right, they're both trying to get. What? What?
Oh my gosh, that could have been a whiff punish right over there. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Oh,
it's gonna shake the back dash.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, Nanaya mode.
All right,
crouching protagonist hitting edgelord. There we go.
Please don't drop this. Please don't drop.
Come on, man. Commentator's curse.
I just said please don't drop this. I didn't say he wasn't gonna drop it. Wait, you're dead. Come on, bro. You hit the. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. We'll clean it up. Bro, it's not.
That's okay. That's okay. Because he's called Blessed for a reason. Blessed with another opportunity in order to not lose this pool as we're going into the bracket right over here. Nice. Knocks him down. Let's see if Chop can get this, clean it up. Moon drive, counter moon drive pop.
The thing about that moon drive activation is you don't get anything off of it when you're doing the counter moon drive unless you see something to react to.
Right.
If you don't see anything, you're kind of just doing it because you're scared.
It's like scary. You saw the screen freeze. You were like, oh, they can commit to something. But he didn't commit to anything. So.
Exactly.
No, I definitely get you.
All right, same side. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't believe it. No, it did hit.
Yeah, it hit. You got to commit. You have to commit. BC? No access to BC.
Oh, yeah, definitely throw that time. That could have been a low 2A confirm into the game, but Deodorta takes it anyway.
I think Chove realized Tono has charge 5C. That's the get out of pools move.
Hell yeah, man.
Because a lot of people see charge normals and they're like, I don't know what to do about these. No confirm?
Trying to see. You said let's get out of the pools move, man. But we're right next to the beach, man, swimming out. And there's water in the background of the stage, so it's trying its best in order to swim.
That's not the beach, it's a fountain.
It's not.
This isn't the beach, it's a bathtub. All right, anyway. Confirm?
It's right outside. It's some body of water.
2B, nice. Doesn't
backstab.
Yeah, he's scouting it.
Oh, but that's going to be a whip punish.
Yeah, you can't just be throwing out stuff.
All right. He's in a very good position in order to take this round, but sitting still in the moon drive base, so he doesn't have the screen freeze. Oh, and that's going to be the game. If he didn't get hit over there, it could have been a forced release, but unfortunately.